All right, there's that. Let's go ahead and get this started here. That's right, we are live on YouTube, y'all. There it is. All right, cool. Hopefully that shows up. It might. I don't know. What's going on, Elite? Damn, that's fast, dude. I just started a stream. Usually it takes a few seconds for people to get in here. How goes it? Dank, what's good? Give me a sec. You know the usual, man. I gotta get all my windows and stuff set up. I don't really like the way everything is laid out. So yeah, we're playing on Google Stadia yet again. I have some good news on Stadia. It seems the latency and everything else is improving. This game is called GYLT. It's a Google Stadia exclusive. So I don't really know what to attribute to the latency improving. I don't know why it suddenly got better. I mean, like I'm guessing, but like especially yesterday. Well, I haven't really played on it today, but especially yesterday night, I got to the point where I didn't even feel the latency. Like I forgot I was streaming a game. This game is being streamed from Google servers. I completely forgot. I was playing Destiny actually. All right, so I'm using keyboard and mouse. Well, delay. There's a delay came back. What the hell? I had no delay. Wait a second. I have an idea. You know what I think it is? Something is causing a delay. Like it was working fine until I started to stream. Then I start to stream and I got a delay. Is it the stream? Dudes, my dudes, I think the stream might cause Stadia to lag. Let me try my controller. Yeah, it was super responsive before I started to stream. Actually, no, it's still responsive. I'm on a controller right now, and now it's responding really good. So let me go back to my keyboard and mouse to see what happens. Keyboard and mouse is lagging. How strange. Controller? Let's try the controller again. Controller, no lag. I am gonna have to figure this out. All right. No, the delay is still there. So right when I started to stream is when the input delay kicked in. I wonder if anybody else is reporting this. So is it an issue of OBS? Like even when I had OBS open, I didn't notice any input lag. And when I played yesterday, I played all yesterday in my bedroom on the Chromecast Ultra. No delay. So the only time I'm experiencing any amount of real delay is when I'm live. Well, that's not good. I want to be able to go live without delay. All right. The delay is noticeable, but it's playable right now. But it was perfect before I started to stream. That is so wild, man. Wait, oh, hold on. I got an idea. Let me try something. See if that fixes it. All right, feels good so far. I'm sorry, I know you guys didn't come here just to watch me test the camera and stuff, but I'm trying to figure out what's causing the delay. Okay, that feels a little bit better, but I don't know if I actually fixed the problem. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna exit the game. So we're gonna exit the game. We're gonna restart it. So anyhow, how you guys doing? Exit game. All right. So we exited the game. We're gonna load it back, and we're gonna try to figure out where the lag is coming from. I am starting to think it is tied to the stream, though. I have no problems at all before I start to stream. I start to stream, I get all sorts of problems. You know, I'm starting to think it's not a coincidence anymore. I should have started off on Twitch. This is one of the reasons I like to stream on Twitch more than YouTube. Because YouTube, you know, it spams people with notifications, blah, 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 blah. Like if I was to drop the stream and try to come back, that kind of hurts my YouTube. Hey, what's up, Michael? Right, that kind of hurts my YouTube, hurts me in the YouTube algorithm. So that's one of the reasons I enjoy streaming on Twitch, because I can drop the stream, bring it back, switch games, and I don't have to make thumbnails. I can do so much more stream hopping All right, lag is gone. Lag is gone. So it looks like nope, nope.
Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me.
Like I said, it's not unplayable. It's not unplayable, but it's just a hair of input delay. But it only happened when I stream. When I stream's off, or when the stream was off, it was unnoticeable. There's something about streaming. I think anyhow, that's what it seems like. The controller feels a bit better with input delay, but it still doesn't feel ideal. But when I drop, Hey, what's going on, Michael? Right? What's up, homie? Yeah.
Ow!
It's at least a half-second input delay. Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all. I'm starting to think it's tied to the stream. Let me look at some OBS options. Definitely should have done this on Twitch instead of YouTube. And now it feels good again. I can't explain it. Let's just go. Let's play the game. We'll just try to play the game as best we can. Now it feels good. Latency went away completely. All right, we gotta sneak around these guys. Yeah, latency's gone. I can't explain it. I'm gonna have to Google later, do some Google searches, and see if anybody else is having similar issues. Oh. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that I don't have hardware acceleration turned on in my browser. But see, the thing with that is I cannot stream a browser tab with hardware acceleration on. You know, so once again, it seems like it might be tied to streaming. Ooh, a little bit of teleport there. Oh, an inhaler.
Finders keepers.
Let me go to my OBS options because it comes and goes. You see I'm teleporting around? So let me go to my OBS options. I'm in OBS right now. Let me see if my buttons work. No, my buttons don't work either. My Stream Deck also stopped working ever since I've done this. Coincidence? I think not. Alright, let's go into our options, see what we can do here. Multi-adapter compatibility. See what happens if I put capture cursor. Just for shits and giggles. Alright, so you guys, see if capture cursor fixes it. Well, I'm not lagging now, but like I said, it seems like it comes and goes. I really hope that wasn't the fix, because that's a very odd fix. There is no cursor to capture. Obviously. Oh yeah, this feels good. Feels good again. Yeah, look at this. Look how fast I can turn. Feels good. Oh shit, 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 shit. Kind of reminds you of Stranger Things, you know what I'm saying? Just something about the atmosphere, I guess. See how far I can chuck this thing. Don't like the default button layout. Ah! I'm sorry! Ah, you spit shit! Hey, what's up, Jose? How do you use the inhaler? Light is their enemy. No, real talk. How do I heal? Is it F? Q? E? I forgot my buttons. R, T? I know. Come on now. It's not that hard. All right, let's look at our buttons. Hell, I don't even know how to bring up my shit. Tab. Escape. Is it escape? Crap, dude. I don't even know how to bring up options. All right. Is it hold back? Well, let me get the controller. The controller, I know a button to press. Controls. Yeah, controls. Equip flashlight, fire extinguisher, unequip aim. Where's the inhaler? Did I go by it? Because I probably did. No. Ouch. Flashlight, fire extinguisher, unequip, aim, gadget, push, whatever, flash attack. Flash attack? Interact E, use inhaler. Q. It is Q. I was pressing Q the whole fucking time, dude. Oh, you gotta hold Q. You just tap Q, nothing happens. I guess they don't want you to use it on accident. All right, let's recharge this flashlight. It looks like it might have been tied to capture cursor. When I turned off capture cursor, most of it went away. All right, where am I heading? How do I get up there? Oh, that's cool. How do I move it? Arrow keys? I really should not have to take my hand off the mouse to do this. I don't think that was very well thought out. All right, so let's see, we're going up that way. Yeah, I think capture cursor had something to do with it. Maybe when the OBS filters out the cursor, maybe it does something, you know, I don't know. Man, I'm trying, right? Guessing you're busy yesterday? So you did stream? Yeah, yesterday was a chill day, man. I just felt like chilling. Oh shit, my logo and stuff's not showing. Hold on now. Y'all need that logo. Y'all need to know what stream you're on. Noodle Dog here, have no fear. So I found out something interesting. I can't believe I didn't notice it. I thought I'd been doing a lot of research, but I guess I missed this tidbit of information. It turns out that Stadia on PC as of right now does not go up to 4K. Streaming Stadia on PC only goes up to 1080. It's going to go in 4K and sometimes 2020. But if you stream from the Chromecast, it does go up to 4K. And so that kind of makes me revise what I was saying. Do you remember what I was saying when I play Stadia? Because I thought I was playing at 1440p. That's what my monitor is. And remember how I said it was a little bit fuzzy? Like it looks a little bit fuzzy. And it turns out that's not really just due to Stadia being compressed. It's that I assume I was comparing it to 1440p. I wasn't looking at it as if I was playing 1080. So Stadia actually is capable of looking better than I thought. You love Stadia? Hey, I tried xCloud today. I'm in, like you already know, I'm in xCloud beta. I tested some xCloud today. So with that said, for this being 1080, now when I analyze this, these graphics at 1080 don't look that bad. So I do want to actually see what it looks like in 4K. I mean, not 4K, 1440p on my monitor, but I know I got a 60-inch 4K TV in my bedroom, and I played that in 4K. Dude, that thing looked great. It looked fucking great. Is it good? Well, I have some good news and some bad news. And the bad news isn't really that bad. So the good news is I found some creative ways to use it. So I pulled out my phone, I paired it with my PlayStation 4 controller. Did not know it would work with a PlayStation 4 controller because I have a couple of generic Android controllers. It does not work with them. But it worked with PlayStation 4 out of the box. Didn't have to do any funky stuff. So I thought that was really cool that they did that because I like my controllers. Motherfucker, shut up. But before I continue, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the negatives. it took longer to load in Stadia. Keep in mind, to be fair to xCloud, it's in beta. Stadia did its beta about a year ago, and Stadia is considered release. It still kind of feels like early access, but Stadia is considered release. But still, for comparison purposes, it took a lot longer to load. You know, that's the best way to put it. Like maybe 3 times as long to load, which in and of itself isn't a big deal. It's really not. But I'm just comparing it to Stadia. It took longer to load, and there's definitely input delay. Like, there's times when I play Stadia, especially when I play on my Chromecast. I'm keeping my Chromecast is wireless in the room furthest away from my router. It was wireless, and most of the time I felt absolutely no input delay. I know it was there, but I didn't notice it. On xCloud, I could not help but feel the delay. I even moved all over the house. I moved closer to the wire. I tried cellular data on. I tried it on, off. I noticed the delay. Now, is the delay unplayable? No. The delay, you know, it's perfectly playable. And I went back and forth between Stadia on my phone. I did Stadia on my phone. I did it on Chromecast. I went back and forth between Stadia and the xCloud, and I could not help but feel the delay on xCloud. Had I not had Stadia to compare it to, I would have said it was fine. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not unplayable. It's definitely playable, but it was noticeable that they didn't have the connection that Stadia had. However, in Microsoft's defense, it's still in beta. It's not out yet. It's still in testing. Once again, I'm only comparing it to Stadia. Had I not had Stadia to compare it to, I wouldn't say there's a problem at all. And right now I'm getting input delay. So this is an issue of Stadia. And this is something I'm just now figuring out today, because especially all yesterday, I was testing Stadia all yesterday, and I couldn't feel the input delay at all. I was playing Destiny 2. I played Destiny 2 on my Chromecast, and then I came back and played Destiny 2 on my PC. I mean, on Stadia on PC. Then I downloaded Destiny 2 from Steam, and I played all 3 of them, and they all seemed the same. I couldn't tell the difference between them. No input delay or nothing. But something's going on whenever I stream. And I do believe that's what it is. I do believe streaming, or OBS I should say, is conflicting with Stadia in some way that's just randomly causing me to have input delay. I cannot explain what it is. That's something I'm gonna have to do some more testing on later today. But I played all yesterday with no problems. And right now when I play, sometimes input delay goes up to about a second, and that's not good. This input delay I'm experiencing right now is worse than xCloud. But this seems to be only something that happens while I'm live. So I don't know if I have to go I don't know if I have to go through my settings on OBS. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but I gotta figure it out, because you know, I gotta stream, man. Oh, I forgot to tell you one last thing about xCloud, something that was really fucking cool, by the way. And this will probably go for Stadia too. So you know how you can cast, you have a Chromecast? Does anybody here have a Chromecast? You know how you can cast stuff from your phone onto your TV? You know, like if you watch a movie, YouTube, whatever, you can cast it from your phone onto your TV from Chromecast. I have a Chromecast on every TV in my house. I thought it was really cool. I could pull up a game on xCloud, put my phone down, and cast the game from my phone to my Chromecast, and it was like a console in my pocket. I was literally playing Sea of Thieves on xCloud, but I cast it to my bedroom TV, and I was playing on my TV. I thought that was really fucking cool. Like people just aren't talking about all these creative uses of it, and I expect there will be people doing that. It's like you have a console. Why play on a little screen when you can play on a big screen? I thought that was really cool that actually worked. Yeah, that input delay is back, dude. And it just randomly comes and goes whenever I'm live. There, and now the input delay is gone completely. But why? I cannot tell you. Oh, God. Why is he playing that music? Yeah, there's something about being live or not having OBS up that's causing this. I wish I knew what it was. It's not my processor. My processor's hardly doing anything. Obviously, it's not my GPU because, you know, I'm streaming. And their input delay is completely gone. It comes and goes. I'm on a wired connection, so that's not it. Like I said, it only happens when I'm live, or at least when I have OBS up. Truth is, I don't know if it's when I'm live or if OBS is just up. I just didn't notice it until I went live. But I tested it for a few minutes before I pulled OBS up, and everything is fine. I hope it's something I can figure out. That's really it. I don't mind the fact there's a problem. We have problems every day. I hope it's a problem I can figure out, or that Google or whoever can fix. Has to be a workaround, man. Has to be a workaround. Ooh, you know what? I do have a workaround. I do have a workaround. Instead of putting my browser tab directly in OBS, I could probably put my browser tab in my capture card, and then I can have OBS capture my capture card. You follow? And that might not cause a stream delay, man. I don't fucking know. I'm trying here, man. So I'm gonna have to be creative with this one, but it's still playable. I got some more games I'm gonna test out. Oh, you want to know how good Stadia is? Just to give you guys an idea of how low the latency is. I was playing Samurai Showdown in Mortal Kombat and I couldn't feel the latency. Samurai Showdown, Mortal Kombat, and Destiny 2, and I couldn't feel the latency. Couldn't feel it at all. Could not feel it. Not saying it wasn't there, but I'm saying it did not hinder my gameplay at all. Tell you what I'm gonna try. This is what I did yesterday to fix the latency when I was at let's go ahead and exit game. What I did yesterday when I noticed the latency when I was streaming, I changed my settings to 720. And let's see if that fixes it this time. I was doing 1080 before the stream started. Let's go ahead and put it on 720. And let's just see if it has something to do with that. Let's see. And then before, I'm going to go over to Twitch tonight too. So before I go over to Twitch, I'm going to run some more experiments with OBS up. All right, so now it's set to 720. So I press the button. So let's see here. How long does this take? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4. So that's 4 seconds. I'll even say 5. 5 seconds to get it boot up the game. Well, I don't know if you want to count the black screen or not. Oh no, yeah. We'll count. Let's say that was 8 seconds. Let's go with that. Like, xCloud took a really long time to load up, and I don't really think that's because of my phone. I think it's just how it works. Like on Stadia, I don't mind jumping between game to game. xCloud, I wouldn't want to game hop too much. Once again, xCloud is a beta. I love the tech. I definitely love the tech. I love the tech. So I'm a fan of whoever brings me the technology.
All over the place. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Please don't see me.
Shit. Oh, y'all some assholes. Stop jumping in front of me. I'm gonna die. Fuck. Fuck you. Okay, so right now, I don't know if you tell by the way I'm moving my mouse, no input delay at all. This feels perfect. So, but I'm at 720. So maybe there's something about the amount of bandwidth being used at once while I'm streaming. Like when I hit stream, maybe, I cannot explain it. I can't explain it, but 720, no latency issues at all. But I can do 1080 just fine when I'm not streaming. And I can do 4K. I have 4K. I can do 4K perfectly on my Chromecast, which is wireless in my back room. How you like Stadia? I'm liking it, name invalid. I do believe game streaming is the future. I can tell you that right now. Like I said, it's not perfect. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not perfect. It's not without its hiccups. It definitely feels more like an early access than a release, especially because they're missing a lot of features they promised, and I don't believe anybody should cut them slack for that. You know, if you said this is what it's gonna be like at release, it needs to be that way. And I'm not talking about the game developers not putting games on there. I'm talking about the stuff that Google said it would have, such as 4K on PC. It isn't there yet. But that's me just griping. Does it work? Yeah. Do I like it? Yes. You know, don't make promises you can't deliver on. I have a coworker who said it's good on a Chrome. It is, dude, and that's surprising, Name Invalid. You know how the Chromecast has an Ethernet port where you can wire up? Dude, I have it wireless on my Chromecast, and on my 60-inch 4K in the back room, it runs flawlessly. I don't even need it to be Ethernet. So it's like, I was surprised really at how well it ran. Dude, it runs like a charm, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Playing games as fast as Destiny, playing fighting games, I don't feel the delay. Don't get me wrong, every once in a while, like maybe once or twice every 5 minutes or so, you might get like a frame skip. You know, like you might notice a frame skip, or maybe the graphics will degrade for a second, but it doesn't happen enough to where I would really complain about it. You know, it's like, hell, I mean, even when we play regular PC games, we get lag and shit. It's not unplayable is what I'm saying. It's shit. I like it though, man. I like it. When Stadia is free sometime next year, I can't wait for everybody to try it and tell me what they think. And hopefully by then Google has a lot of the little issues and stuff worked out. But dude, and I done PlayStation Now. I'm not just fucking, I know it probably sound like I'm a Stadia fanboy, whatever. I'm just a fan of the tech. Like I had PlayStation Now for a while, you know? So I'm coming from the point of view of somebody who has experience with this tech. This is superior. This is the best of this tech that I've experienced. Shit. I don't know if you caught what I was saying, but the issue that I'm experiencing right now, it runs flawlessly until I start streaming. Either it's OBS being up or something about the stream, but whenever I have the stream up, I start getting input delay. So far, the only solution I have to the input delay is to reduce my stream, or not, to reduce my my game down to 720, which it's playable, but I'm on a 1440p monitor, you know, and I have a fiber optic internet. I have, at least as far as like internet bandwidth, you know, internet home bandwidth, I have the bandwidth to handle at least 1080. So if there's a way for me to get it, I want to get it. But there's something about when I stream, the only way I can get back down to low input is if I go to 720. So I need to figure out what's going on with that, man. I want to figure out what's going on with that. Let's put it this way: if I could never figure it out, and this is the only way I could stream, I can do it. But you know, if I can fix it, I'm gonna fix it. I guess I'm had some pizza for work, and I got a new job since I last watched streams. What are you doing now, man? But I have my review's overall positive. I mean, I can find stuff wrong with it, but my review's overall positive. Let me put it this way, man. From now on, almost every game I buy is probably gonna be on Stadia. That's how much I'm enjoying the service so far. And then I know you hear people all over the internet shitting on it. I mean, that's just how people are when there's something new. You hear people all over the internet shitting on it and whatnot. But like, if you go to like Reddit, you go to their Discord, most of the people that actually have Stadia, most of them are loving it. You know, most of them are loving it, and it's amazing how the people who don't have it Hey, what's up, Larry? It's amazing how the people who don't have it are the ones talking shit about it. It kind of reminds me of the console wars of previous generations. Like, it reminds me of the days back in the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis era, Sega CD era. You know what I'm talking about? It's amazing how the people that don't have it, they talk shit about what they don't have. Or you know, I don't know if that's a good comparison. It's just, but that's my experience. As somebody, because I've always had all the consoles. There's only 2 consoles that I never owned, you know? And when I would try to tell people stuff, I'd be like, hey, you know, this game runs better on this system, blah, blah, blah. The people who didn't have that system would argue with me. And it was just very strange. People can't look at stuff objectively. It's like people just have to have a dog in a fight, man. It's tribalism at its best. Yeah, the input delay is almost non-existent, man. Input delay is almost non-existent when I play at 720. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys a story, man. I had a buddy one time. This is way back when, like, the PlayStation 3 first dropped, right? I had a buddy who loved Call of Duty. That was his jam. But he was a console dude. He was, you know, so he played all his games on consoles. I was trying to talk him and playing games on computer, man. I was like, dude, you gotta come to PC, you gotta come to PC. Because he was like, oh, the graphics. Like, dude, if you want graphics, come PC, right? He just wouldn't. He just would not come to the PC side. I think he was an Xbox guy, actually. I think he was more of an Xbox guy. I know he's a console dude. And so I don't really play shooters, you know. So back then I didn't really. So, but I bought Call of Duty on my PC. And I plugged up 2 Xbox controllers to it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of put a towel over my PC so it wasn't obvious the controllers were hooked up to the PC, and I made it look like they hooked up to the Xbox. And at the time, and this is what's funny, at the time I bought a brand new TV. If Michael Wright's here, he probably knows this one. I bought a brand new TV, nice TV, man, fucking 55-inch. 1080 55-inch, and that's back in the day. That was nice, dude. And I remember dude came by, he picked up the controller, me and him sitting there playing Call of Duty. He's like, dude, this TV's so good. It looks so much better in your TV than it does at home. I was like, oh my god, look, like he was just going on and on about how good the game looked. He's like, oh my, it feels so fluid, you know? Fucking sitting there playing at 60 FPS when he was used to playing at 30 FPS. And we sat there, we played for a good couple hours, and he just kept going on and on about how he wanted to get a new TV. And I was like, hey man, let me show you something. I pulled the towel off the fucking computer. I was like, dude, it's not the TV. It's like you were playing this on the PC the whole time. And guess what happened after that? That man fucking converted to being a PC gamer. My words, me telling him, wasn't enough to do it. He had to experience it for himself. You know, the experience, he couldn't argue with it. He was talking good about it all day long. He couldn't make up any excuses. It's like, dude, it's not the TV, man. You're playing on PC, dude. I'm actually surprised he didn't notice sooner, but I don't know, whatever. I guess people don't pay that much attention to stuff like I do. Oh shit, all right, let's go ahead and use this inhaler.
I'll take this.
If you guys are down for some multiplayer games later, I'll be down. Obviously Sea of Thieves is on the menu, but if y'all want to play something else, we can work something out. But I do want to do some more Stadia tests today. I got a couple more games that I really want to try. Like I was saying, I do want to try to fix my latency issue so I can stream above 720. See if I can figure it out. Maybe somebody else solved the problem for me. My goal is to get Tomb 3 and Sea of Thieves. All right, man, we'll do that, man. We'll get it. By the way, I start my vacation. Tomorrow's my last day of work, then I go on vacation. So we'll definitely get some Sea of Thieves in. I believe Michael Wright, Mickey Trouble, I believe he is also on vacation right now. So I'm pretty sure he'll be down. Shit, how do I do this? How am I gonna get around these guys? Hey, does the stream look pretty good though? Does it look, I mean, I don't know. Can y'all tell that I'm streaming at low quality, or does it seem watchable? I don't know. And also, what devices are you guys watching on? Are you guys watching on PC, TV, Android? Like, what size screens are you guys on? Slightly pixelated when you move, but that's about it. All right. What are you watching on? What type of device do you have? How big is your screen? On your PC. Okay, but judging by what name sees the pixelization, yep, because I'm at 720 So I bet if I was on 1080, I bet it would look a lot better on stream, because you guys are watching a stream of a stream, which is kind of funny. Oh, I just fucked myself. I just fucked myself, my dudes. Die, motherfucker. Whew. Actually, it wasn't that bad. 720. YouTube is set to so YouTube is set to 1080. So right, YouTube is sending you 1080, but I'm actually playing at 720, right? So even though you guys are getting 1080 in pixels, it's being compressed back down to 720. Or I should say the 720 is being expanded to 1080. That also could be why you guys are seeing pixelization. I mean, I see pixelization too, because I'm playing at 720 on a 1440p monitor. On a 36-inch monitor, I'm playing at 720, so. How do I get over there? Oh, duh. So far, combat seems a little bit easy in this game. By the way, this is GYLT. It's a Stadia exclusive, so you can only play this game on Stadia.
Emily! Can you see me? Emily! Wait! Don't run! I'm coming!
Get your ass over here, bitch.
Oh, come on. Just my luck.
Tomorrow's your last day to Monday? Oh, you're gonna be off too? Hell yeah.
Something took it. Something slimy. If I follow this trail, it will probably lead me to the battery. But I hope I don't find whatever left this ooze.
Find a charged battery. Okay, cool. I like that the game kind of gives me a hint on where to go. It says go over here. I like it when games do that.
Don't want to run into that fiery
you guys
musclehead
all
again.
get days off. We don't work Thursday, but we work Friday. I'm sorry, homie. Well, at least you get paid. At least you're gonna get paid. Some people are gonna have to take the holidays off without pay. There's pros and cons. But yeah, I kind of made up my mind. Almost every game that I end up buying now, if it's available on Stadia, I'll get it on Stadia. Like if a hot game drops, and if it's on the same all platforms on day one, I'm gonna go ahead and get it on Stadia, dude. Reading info on the upcoming league champ. What you miss? Nothing much, homie. Hey, like I told you, I'll be on vacation after tomorrow. Jose's gonna be on vacation too, so we gotta fucking do some shit. Anyhow, flash drive. This strange thing fits in the flashlight like a glove. I have no idea what this is, but I can use it to blind monsters with light flashes, so I'm keeping it. And hey, by the way, Michael, right? Whenever if you can get out the house at some point, or maybe we can do it on Parsec or whatnot. I would like to test playing fighting games with you on Stadia, because I want to see if playing against another person, how well Stadia holds up on fighting games. Playing by myself, dude, it's amazing how I don't even feel the latency, but I want to see what it feels like when you're actually fighting somebody else who's also trying to time and strategize against you, if you're able to. All right. Blind monsters with light flashes. Oh, that's the flash drive. Yeah. How do I use it? E to continue. All right. Flash attack upgrade. When surrounded, hold F to use a flash and nearby monsters. Once used, it will recharge. It will be recharged over time. Oh, okay. Can't get down. Well, when will you be available? When can you come by, man? Can you get out of the house tonight? You want to get on stream tonight? Or you want to do this some other time? Oh, they want me to test this out. Bye, bitches. All right, I want to go. I think I want to go over there, right? Yes. Even oh yeah, even multiplayer games. Oh, sorry, I didn't answer your question. Shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna use context. Obviously, if it's a Stadia only game and you guys can't play it with me, then I'll get the Steam version or whatever. But like, if it won't hinder my experience at all to have the Stadia version, I'll get it on Stadia. Like if it all comes out at the same day, if it has crossplay, you know, whatnot, I'll get the Stadia version. If the Stadia version is incompatible with playing of everybody else, then I'll probably get the one everywhere else. But you gotta understand something, man. Before I continue this game, like you gotta understand something though. Like I like Stadia just because of the tech. I'll sit here and I'll tell you, yes, it's not the same as playing on locally. Like obviously you're streaming, so there's some graphical degradation, you know, you're relying on the internet, you know, we know the issues with playing games on the cloud, right? I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's not issues, right? However, most of those issues are not really that big of a deal to me. You know, they're not. They are minor issues, but I like the tech so much. I want to try it out. When I talk about the tech, I want to know what I'm talking about. I don't want to just go off of gut feelings. I want to actually say, no, I have experience with this and this is what it's like. But that's not even the main selling point anymore. I thought that's what it was. What I was doing, my son wanted to play Red Dead Redemption. I probably told you guys yesterday. My son wanted to play Red Dead Redemption, right? You know, he's looking, he's like, oh, I want to play that. So I just pressed the button on my phone, bought Red Dead Redemption, and just like that, he was able, we were laying down in bed, like he was leaning up against the wall, I was laying right there with him, and he just held the controller in his hands, playing on the TV, no download, instantly played the game, and he was just sitting there having fun. And you know what I mean? Like imagine not having to download and install games and just playing games and just like cycling through games. And like that's when it hit me. This is why it's gonna take off. Like I wasn't even thinking about it. It is so fucking convenient, dude. Like yesterday I downloaded 2 games on the Game Pass that I wanted to play. 2 games that I was interested in. But you know what? I haven't played them. You know why I didn't play them? They took too fucking long to download. I went and found something else to do. You see what I'm saying? The convenience of, oh, I want to play this game, bam, press a button and then you're playing it. There's something about that is very magical, and once again, you guys, when you experience it, that's probably the only way you're really gonna get what I'm saying. And it's just, I don't know. What if he wants to play Death Stranding? Death Stranding's coming to Stadia as well, but if he wants to play that, he ain't playing in this house. All right, anyhow, I hear the game is good. Fuck that. You know, it's just, I don't know. I honestly do believe this is the future of gaming. I will admit it's early, and I will also admit that it's not for everyone, right? But at the same time, I know people who don't download games at all. I know people who only buy physical copies of games, and I've had long ass debates / arguments with these people, and like they have their reasons, and it's not that they don't make sense, but it's like, it's pretty much, I look at it like this: if you download games, if you actually download games, if you're not one of those people who refuses to download games, uh-oh.
This can't be happening.
High Scores Arcade. What the hell is that sound? If you're not one of those people who refuse to download games, I can see game streaming taking over. I can honestly see it. For people who don't download games, for people who have to have a physical copy, they don't care about the conveniences of streaming. They don't care about it. They want to own their copy of the game. They want to put it on a bookshelf behind them, and when people come to their house, they want to show off their shelf of 100 games. That's really what it seems like to me. I don't know. I never really got down with that. I never really understood. I play games for the experience. I don't really fucking want to just collect them. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me though. Fuck Destiny. Yeah, Stadia says that they're going to have their own game ecosystem from now on. But I will say this, so like I know I'm shilling for Stadia right now. Like you guys, oh, he's just a Stadia fanboy. But I will say this: it's at least compared to the Xbox ecosystem, Xbox knows what they're doing. They got the games. You know what I mean?
Pretty much the only place that I like in this town, or that I used to. I can't even play anymore without the bullies ruining everything.
Stadia's current business model doesn't make any fucking sense. Like I'll tell you right now, xCloud's right around the corner. You pay $5 a month, you get access to all these fucking games in the cloud. Plus, you can play them on your Xbox if you want to. The business model doesn't make any fucking sense. Like Stadia needs to fucking figure out some shit. We all wanted Stadia to be the Netflix of games, and it's not. Stadia is, you buy a game, you play it on their platform, whereas xCloud is the Netflix of games. That's what we all wanted. So like I don't mind blasting Stadia, and truth is, I don't know if Stadia can become the Netflix of games because Microsoft is already there. Like it just feels like Stadia will be playing catch up to Microsoft. They got to do something that Microsoft ain't doing, because their current business model doesn't make any fucking sense. I'll tell you that right now. Stadia sucks because you fucking live. Too bad I don't own a collection of that. Otherwise, I start selling. Oh, so you're saying collector's edition of video games will go down in price? No. What I'm saying, have you ever watched watch a gaming YouTuber, right? And you notice how behind them they're always standing in front of like their collection of like hundreds of games or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Those type of people. And it's like, okay, I mean, it looks cool, but like, to me, games aren't worth shit if you ain't playing them. Or if you ain't getting ready to play them. We all know for a fact most people don't fucking dig into their old ass games and start playing them. We all know most people don't do that, and if they do, it might be once or twice a year, right? You really gonna tell me people gonna go hook up their old ass consoles? People just ain't gonna do that. Most people don't do that. Usually, I believe you're more likely to buy a remaster of your game and play it on a new system than you are to dig up fucking system from 3 generations ago and play it. I don't think most people really do that. I know I don't. I know I don't. So it seems like most people just do it for collection purposes. They might say otherwise, but I know I ain't never went to nobody's house and had them dig out some old ass games and fucking play them. Maybe once or twice in my life.
It's locked from the other side.
Fuck. Most only AAA games only have discs now. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought these wires were electric. I didn't want to step over them. Like, just put it in context. Like, I buy a shitload of games. If you guys haven't noticed, I buy a shitload of fucking games. You know how I got my PlayStation 3, the $600 PlayStation 3? I didn't pay a dime for it. I went to fucking, it wasn't GameStop, but it was another place that took used games. I went in there with 3 garbage bags full of fucking PlayStation 2 games. And I had so much store credit that I was able to get a PlayStation 3 and 3 games. You know, like, I buy a shitload of games. I'm just not about collecting them. If I ain't playing them, I don't give a fuck about them.
This will come in handy.
What's this? Spear Quest? Oh, that sounds fun. I couldn't read that one. What game is it? Oh man, I want to make it. It's kind of hard to see the details on this stuff when I'm in 720. Best mechanics of a game, period. Number 2 grenade. What are you talking about? Oh yeah. Can I play this? That'd be cool if they let me play the arcades. How do I get down there? I thought he was sucking his own cock for a second. Did y'all see that? There he goes again, man. You know, why don't I just go in here guns a-blazing? Kojima is the best director. I don't agree with that, man. That dude's too busy smelling his own, he's smelling his own farts, man. That's... Here's an idea, Kojima. Make a game that people actually like. Oh shit. I might die. I really fucked up, guys. And I'm dead. Fuck. Watch it. It probably will win Game of the Year, though. I'm not even gonna argue and say it won't. It probably will win Game of the Year. It probably will. Probably will, man. Probably will. It's too deep for everyone. Yeah, it's us dumb Americans, man. All we want are action games and first-person shooters. We don't know a good game when we see it.
Looks like there's a bunch of wires on the 2nd floor. The battery's gotta be up there.
You know, the quote the dude who made Smash, what's his name? Sakurai? The quote Sakurai from Smash. You filthy, filthy, filthy Americans do not deserve to play my games. That's a real quote from him. He really said that. You don't like the art that is Death Stranding? I guess not. See, here's the thing about a good video game, man. Hold on, let me get out of this place. You know, and this is something that game developers should learn early on, but apparently he didn't. You know, a game has to have a hook. It has to have something to keep you playing. You shouldn't just keep playing. Here's why people keep playing boring ass games like that. They already spent $60 on it. They're invested in it, so they feel like they have to keep playing. That's how I felt. They feel like they have to keep playing because they spent $60 in it, right? So that because they're invested in it, their investment makes them play past the boring part in hopes that it gets fun later. And oftentimes, and to be fair, oftentimes it does get fun later, especially if you have little story strings and whatnot. Oftentimes it does get fun later, right? But my argument is that a game should hook you near the beginning. I shouldn't have to play the game for 10 hours for a chance that it's fun later. I should already have like a little glimpse that the game's gonna be fun later. You know what I mean? It's not just keep playing it, and eventually you'll like it. Keep playing it, and eventually the story will make sense. You know what I mean? No. The game needs to have some sort of hook. If I'm just walking around doing left foot, right foot, how do I know I'm not gonna be doing left foot, right foot? Like, I mean, obviously. Let me take that back. If I get the game a couple months later and a reviewer says, okay, hey, you know what? The game gets better 6 hours into it, that's different. But when a game first comes out, man, I shouldn't just be on fake that it's gonna be fun 6 hours later. You need to put something, like normally don't games put like the fun part at the beginning, something really fun and action packed happens at the beginning, and then you know stuff like that's gonna happen later? Okay, Death Stranding didn't do that. Death Stranding was just fucking boring from the whole way. The whole time I played it, it was just a fucking boring ass game. Does it get fun later? I'll never know. These guys are too easy. How much battery do I have left? Oh shit, I don't got a lot. Don't get the ring. You're a Twitch. Oh yes, I will. Thanks for the reminder. I only have enough battery for one more kill. Oh, there's an inhaler over there. Do I need the inhaler? Yeah, let's go get it. This is a very what time period does this game take place in? Because there's not really too many arcades still alive and kicking. Also, did you see my Twitch Prime emote? I did not. I'll be on Twitch later. Show it to me when I get there. So I got Mortal Kombat 11 and Samurai Showdown. Those are the two fighting games I have on Stadia. And I really want to try those out. Believe it or not, I didn't want to buy Mortal Kombat 11. I made an exception for Stadia. Shit. Oh, this is some fucked up shit. Whew. Whew. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't want to buy Mortal Kombat 11. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the politics they tried to put in there. They kind of, you know, I don't really like politics and shit in my video games. I'm not saying video games can't be political, but the politics need to add to the game. They shouldn't just be shoehorned in there. So I didn't really want to give them the money for that shit. But I was like, you know what? I get it at a reduced price on Stadia. It'd be a good test. It's Mortal Kombat, so I said fuck it. I went ahead and bought it, but it wasn't an easy decision. You know, this is really another weakness Stadia. They ain't got no games. Let's be real, they ain't got no games. You know, it's kind of slim pickings, man. I wanted to play a game that would really test its latency, so I was like, fighting game. It looks good though. I ain't gonna lie, it looks good. How am I gonna get past that dude? Oh, I got a soda. Duh. All right. Yeah, let's go this way. Where am I trying to go? Oh, I want to go to the second floor. Okay. Let's grab some battery power.
I'll take this.
Can I hide around that pool table? Let's see. Fuck yeah, dude. This is I consider this good game design. I could fight them. Notice they gave me the Notice they gave me the battery. I need to kill these two. So I have the option. I can fight these guys or I can sneak past them. I like it when a game kind of lets you choose how you want to play it, you know? Like both ways are good. You can either come and just run through them and kill them, or you can sneak around. And that dude's just sucking his own dick over there. I consider stuff like that good game design because if there's only one way to play a game, if a game's linear, then what's the point of it being a game and not a movie, you know? Player input, player choice is important in video games. Hi, what's up, Jose? Is my bot not connected? Probably not. Ah, shit. I started running, my bad. I cannot make out what these little things are moving across the floor. What is that? There's something moving across the floor. What is that? What is it? I don't know what that is, man. My resolution's too low. Is the high command not working? What's going on? You need my attention? All right, so what I'm gonna do when I get past this part right here, I'm going to take it back to 1080 and we'll see if we can do that. Yeah, I guess it isn't. Oh, I know why it's not working. Let me fix that. No, that won't fix it. Man, I don't fucking know, dude. Is that an inhaler? Fuck. Video games are getting more creative in how you heal. Remember back in the old days, you would eat food in games to heal. Remember good old Gauntlet? Red Warrior is hungry. And now your characters fucking take drugs. Yo, it's great. Just inhale those steroids.
Find your keepers.
In part 2, you stick a needle in your arm.
Sweet.
Open inventory. All right, no idea what it does. I honestly don't care. I'm glad he made Death Stranding though. I'm happy that game was made. Also, what makes me really happy, I know I'm never gonna buy a game he makes, not without somebody else telling me it's good. And by somebody else, I mean one of those people who doesn't. Have you ever met somebody who says every game is good? Have you ever met anybody who literally doesn't know what a bad game is? Like pretty much any game that has a big TV commercial that they make a big deal about, they say is good. Have you guys met people like that? People that are incapable of saying that a popular game is bad or a highly, like it's kind of like the advertisements tell them how good the game is. People that, yeah, you know what I mean? People that just cannot fucking, they cannot review. They just can't do it. What the fuck? Those people annoy the fuck out of me. So not people like that, you know? I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Like everybody's gonna think something's different. But there are some people that if a game has a big flashy commercial and TV advertisement, it's the best game they ever played. There's some people that are just like that. They're not judging it based off their experience with the game. They're judging it, fuck. Oh shit. Oh god, what is that? Oh, does it see me? I think it saw me. They're I don't know. I need somebody who's gonna judge it based off playing it.
I don't want to find out what that was.
It's like people let their preperceptions rule them. You think it's gonna be good, so therefore it is good. You know? That's not how you review stuff, man. That's not how you review stuff. You hope it's gonna be good, but don't be afraid to call out when something that you like has something wrong with it. if you don't tell them something's wrong with it, how do you expect them to improve, you know? All right.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I think I get it.
I don't get it.
I have to connect these two lights.
Oh, is this like the Spider-Man puzzle? This is like the Spider-Man puzzle. Y'all remember that shit? So what is this, QE? This is just like the puzzle in Spider-Man. What did I do wrong? Oh shit, down here. This is just like the puzzle in Spider-Man. I don't like puzzle games. That was a pretty simple puzzle. But let's hope it doesn't get too much more difficult, because I really don't like puzzle games.
There's gotta be a battery around here.
If I'm gonna sit here and solve puzzles, I might as well just open up some code and write programs, you know? If I'm gonna have to use my brain like that. Not the biggest fan of puzzles, guys. I don't like that either. I feel, and I know people like puzzles, so if you actually enjoy puzzles, just kind of listen where I'm coming from, man. I feel like puzzle games are their own genre. Like, if a game's a puzzle game, it should just be a puzzle game, right? I don't feel like puzzles blend well with other genres. The people who will argue with me are people who like puzzles, but I argue that you're only saying that because you like puzzles, you know? Like, I feel like puzzle games don't really blend too well with other genres. They just don't. They change the pacing. They change the gameplay. Maybe it's as you get older, but I'm starting to hate puzzle games. Oh, really? You're getting there? Well, are you starting to hate puzzle games in general, or are you hating the way puzzle games are being made nowadays? You kind of follow what I'm saying? Like, is there something about the way they're making games today that's different than the games of yesterday that you don't like? Doesn't look like a car battery. It's more like a toy battery, but way bigger. Did a kid make this thing? Oh! Yep. Well, that sucked. Probably being made because they're mostly mobile games. Well, there you go. They just mess up the pacing of the games a lot of times. Oh, fuck!
No. Please go away.
All right, how are we gonna do this, guys? I have to go this way. Whenever I see him, I just prefer to get back to mobile. Oh god, okay. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How do we get out of here? How do we get out of here? How do we get out? He's blocking the fucking door. Yes.
That was close. Okay. I don't think it's on me. Now I just have to get out of here. I can do this.
All right. Whew. Hold on. I just need a sec. All right, let's go. Oh shit, it's gonna fall. Yeah, I think it's gonna do like, remember Resident Evil, how you had that guy who followed you? Well, maybe not quite like Resident Evil, but yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be in multiple rooms. And once again, minus me playing at 720, I don't even feel like I'm playing in the cloud. I honestly feel like I'm playing on my computer. I really want to increase my resolution though. I really want to up my resolution. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. What are we gonna do here? Okay, he's staring over there. Oh, I can go under him. He's not. Let's go over here. Oh, shit. All right, we got this. 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 That's good. One thing I hate about the Switch is that I can't play on PC. Or can I? I see you, name. Oh, I want to go in there. What happens if I run? If I run for it, can I make it? I'm gonna try to run for it. Whoa, the light, it burns. All right, let me pause real quick. So one thing about that though, I think also with cloud gaming being a thing, like the Switch, what's the big advantage of the Switch? You can play your games on your TV, you play your games on the go, whatever. When people are able to stream games to their phones and play games on any screen they want, the Switch is gonna lose a big advantage that it has. That's the big advantage, the portability, and play it wherever you want to play it. Outside of the Nintendo games being on Switch, the Nintendo exclusives, the Switch is going to lose that edge when cloud gaming becomes a thing. As in, I think it's a thing now. And if you notice, Nintendo is starting to make games on Android, and wouldn't that be some shit? I want to point this out before I continue. I want to point out something. So I was talking shit about Stadia's business strategy earlier, and maybe I'm wrong for doing it, because their strategy is Stadia wants to be Walmart. They want to be, Stadia doesn't really want to create a platform and then make all their own games and anything. They are making their stuff, but that's not really what they want to do. Stadia wants to be like, hey, we made this platform and you bring your games over here. You know, like, wouldn't that be some shit if Nintendo wanted to get in cloud gaming? Nintendo don't got the servers. Nintendo can't compete with Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Wouldn't that be some shit if Nintendo brought their games to Stadia Cloud? Because that's what Google wants. Google wants to create a platform that they are not really competing in. We're not your competitors. We're just creating this to reach your customers. Basically, it's what they're doing with YouTube. Google, they didn't make YouTube, but Google runs YouTube, right? YouTube is there not for Google to push their own videos on you. Google's there for people to put their videos on the platform and serve them to other people. That's what Stadia wants to be in the long run. Wouldn't that be some shit if Nintendo came over and did that? Wouldn't that be some shit? Yeah, Amazon's trying to get in the cloud streaming service. Amazon's trying to throw their hat in the ring. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. They're trying to push it to their Fire devices, their Fire Stick and whatnot. Amazon's working in the cloud. They're way behind Microsoft and Google, but they're definitely trying to get into cloud gaming. Sony and Microsoft are teamed up. They have an agreement. I believe Sony's going to use Microsoft servers for their streaming platform, PlayStation Now, or they have some sort of partnership. Isn't that crazy that Sony and Microsoft teamed up? They had to. When they found out what Google was doing, they had to, because Sony doesn't have servers, not like Microsoft has, you know, and Microsoft was scared of Google, so they teamed up. Anyhow, let's keep going. Where do I go? 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 Oh! I know, I got it. I'm gonna hide behind this table. Please tell me this wasn't a mistake. Amazon has Twitch too, so they could. Oh yeah, no. Amazon, yeah, Larry's right. Amazon has powerful servers too, and they have Twitch. They already got a foot in the door as far as gaming. So yeah, Amazon can do something. My only thing is they're kind of behind. Like, they're gonna have to come out swinging when they come out, because they're behind Google and they're behind Microsoft. I don't know how well their service can do. Just by being that late to the party, I don't know how well it can do. But they're doing it. We have to get ready for a higher monthly subscription for Nintendo. Probs. Well, not necessarily though. Let me get past this part and we'll talk about that. Where do I go? I'm gonna grab one of these. Oh, I can't get a soda? Oh, okay. Where do I wanna go? I wanna go here? How do can I climb this? How do I get over there? How do I get over there? Okay, I think that's telling me that I can't go that direction. Okay, I see it. Okay, I want to come here and come here and come here. If they hop in, right, take all the good things the others are doing and fix the bad things, then they got. No, I agree. They have a chance. I don't think it's hopeless. I'm not betting on it personally. I'm a strong believer in the rule of two. Have you noticed that there can never really be two contenders? You got two powerful gaming consoles. You got PlayStation, Xbox. Nintendo's there, but Nintendo's more of a side product. You know, you kind of get what I'm saying? you know, 2 smartphones, Android, iOS. You get what I'm saying? There's the rule of 2. DVD, Blu-ray, the rule of 2. Like, I'm a strong believer in the rule of 2. And if you really look at it, when it comes to competing technologies, Pepsi, Coke, the rule of 2 is Democrat, Republican. The rule of 2. You kind of see what I'm saying? There's not really room for 3 when it comes to dividing public opinion. I hate Amazon so they can stay in the game, but be in last place always in the res. Yeah, I'm a strong believer in the rule of 2. It's like I challenge you. Give me a deception where I'm wrong on that. You know, you probably won't be able to think of too many. What is it? We got Mac and Windows. You know, you know what I mean? Yeah, Linux is there, but it's kind of a side thing. You know, it's the rule of 2. Fuck it, man. I'm just gonna go. Oh, no, I'm not gonna go. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean that Amazon won't knock out either Google or Microsoft and be number 1 or 2, you know? Like, remember, there used to be Sega and Nintendo. Remember Sega and Nintendo? Right? And then what happened? Sony got in the game, right? What happened when Sony got in the game? Where'd Sega go? You see, you kind of follow what I'm saying, man? You follow what I'm saying? The rule of 2. The rule of 2. One of my professors owns a business that mostly Linux based, but yeah, rule 2. But you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as the general public, the vast majority of people, there can only really be two competitors. You'll always have stuff on the side, like Nintendo's kind of like a side console right now, you know? Like, most people get a PlayStation and a Nintendo, or they'll get an Xbox and a Nintendo, but it's not really considered a primary for most people. Dude, I don't know where to go, man. Ah! No, no, dude, where'd I go? Do they want me to run over there? They want me to go this way. Fuck! Fuck it, let's go. I don't care. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your light. Fuck you, Cyclops. I honestly don't know how I could have got through that without damage. I don't know, just enough power through the light. Yeah. I don't know if oh, fucking motherfucker, son of a bitch. Oh my god, I might die. Holy fuck, dude. This isn't even where I wanted to go. Oh my god, how did I get here? This isn't where I want to be at. Rule of 2, EA, Activision, the 2 biggest gaming corporations or publishers. You know, rule of 2. Well, what's in that area? Oh, let's go check. It's just I can't go any further than this. It's just I guess an area to hide in. Oh, threesomes in video games lane. Hey, what is this? She just said, What does that mean? Why'd she just say, Rhyme! Hey, look! It's Rhyme. Y'all remember that game? That's a real game. Did they make Rhyme? Did these people make Rhyme? Dude, how the fuck? Oh, here we go. No? God damn it, man. I fucking hate this fucking boss. Eat a dick, dude. All those mannequins just scared the shit out of me. Dude, did I just... Oh my god, I went the wrong fucking way. Oh my fucking god. Let's just come over here. Not old enough to remember Ryan Boomer. That game is like 5 years old. At the oldest, it's probably not even that. It came out on the fucking, it's on the PlayStation 3. No, it's on the PlayStation 4. Fuck, man. Was there no way to do this without taking damage? Are you fucking serial?
I might need this.
There probably was. I just missed it. So arcade machines. I figure, yeah. They put the game in arcade form, but it really is a console game. It really is. New objective: return a battery to the truck. All right, where's the truck at? Oh, this is like it's just a straight shot. I just come to the park. Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's almost like Emily's being used as bait. For me, there's nobody else in the whole town. Just monsters waiting for me on every corner. Maybe I'm freaking out. Because I feel like this is a huge prank designed to mess with me.
Yeah, 2017, you call me Boomer. Okay. I guess oh, okay, look at this, look at the map. Here, let me back up so you can see it. So look, the map has an arrow going out this way. It's telling me I can only go out, I can't go in. So really they want me to come down here. Which is this way? Skeet ball. Or ski ball. Skeet. Oh shit, hold on. Hey, let me try to bump my graphics up. I'm gonna go to 1080. I'm gonna go to 1080, see what this looks like. Hey, okay, look at the game. Hold on, before I do this, back to the game. Get a good look at how it looks, guys. I'm gonna spin my camera around. See? Everybody get a good look. So I wanna see if you guys notice a graphical jump when I go to 1080, all right? Y'all got that sunk in? Y'all got that memorized? All right, here we go. All right, so you gotta do this on your phone. You can't change your settings in your browser. They really need to work on that, Google. You gotta use your phone to fucking mess with this. All right, so I set it 1080. Let's go in. Use that fake 4K. It's just gonna waste bandwidth. All right, so it's set at 1080. Let me know if y'all see a noticeable difference. Ow. They said 4K will be here 2020. You know, it's this little shit like that where it's like if people bitch at Google because of that, you can. Google said this is what it's gonna be, and it's not what they said it's gonna be. It doesn't bother me that much, but I'm not gonna argue with anybody against giving Google hell. Fucking, if you weren't gonna have it like that, then you should have said that it's coming later. Let's be your Cream Sonic slush again. Oh, were you here when I did that? Oh, that fucking sucked, my dude. That fucking sucked. All right, so we're in 1080. So far, no input lag.
You know,
can you guys tell a difference?
It's almost like Emily's being used as bait. For me, there's nobody else in the whole town.
Oh, you're the one who clipped that?
Just monsters waiting for me on every corner. Maybe I'm freaking out. Because I feel like this is a huge prank designed to mess with me.
Spin around a bit. Let me get in the light. 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 It's actually, I'm getting latency though. See how it's getting kind of jerky? I have input lag. It's not, yeah. But it does look better, right? Does it look better? At least graphically? Slightly better, but laggier, yeah. So we're gonna have to take that back. Let me put it back on 720. I can only assume that it doesn't look good enough to warrant that, because it definitely doesn't feel good to play. And you guys probably don't really notice the difference. Not a big difference. That's something I'll have to fix on my own time. You ought to see it in 4K, dude. Seeing this stuff in 4K on a 60-inch TV, dude. Fucking, it looks amazing, dude. It looks amazing, my dude. No, for sure. It's not, yeah, I wouldn't assume it. I wouldn't assume it was, Because even for me sitting right in front of it, I can see it, but like it's not a deal breaker, you know? It's not a deal breaker. So you guys see what I see even more reduced. So if I see 1080, you know, whatever I see is going to be even more reduced to you guys. So it's like, obviously you guys are going to see a big difference. I still want to figure it out, man, you know? I got a 1440p monitor. I like playing at high resolution. I mean, that's what I paid for. And truth is, you know, for the longest time, I didn't want to get a 4K monitor for gaming because believe it or not, I gamed on a 4K monitor for a while, but like I was forced to play a lot of games at 30 FPS just to play at 4K.
For me, there's nobody else in the whole town. Just monsters waiting for me.
I'm gonna spin around again.
Corner. Maybe I'm freaking out because I feel like this is a huge prank designed to mess with me.
But anyhow, so I used to play like that, and I came to the realization that like 4K looks good, but I'd rather have a higher frame rate, so that's why I settled on 1440p. But because you know you gotta fucking have a powerful ass video card to do 4K 60 FPS plus. You gotta have a powerful fucking video card. You know, I can do it when I'm not streaming, but I can't do it when I'm streaming. So, but with Stadia, with all the power being in the cloud, and this is one of the advantages of Stadia, with all the power in the cloud, instead of you spending another 2K, like I mean, the video card I have right now is over $800, right? And I spent almost 2K on my computer. With Stadia being in the cloud, I can actually take some of that money that I would spend on getting a new video card, and I can just get a 4K monitor or even an 8K monitor when they come out, because it's no longer worried about my rendering power. It's all done in the cloud, and these are little advantages of cloud gaming that a lot of people aren't really talking about, man. You save money and you can have better graphics than what you would have otherwise. Instead of buying that $2,000 computer, fucking get a $1,200 TV.
School's on the other side of that fence.
Plus, you use that TV for more stuff. You use it for movies and everything else. Like a lot of people aren't really talking about that, man. All you hear are the negatives of cloud gaming. You don't really hear people fucking giving a balanced perspective. Let's go down here. Oh my god, I got stuck. Help! Help! Graphically slightly better, but laggier. Not sure. Yeah. Loving Stadium. Loving my Stadia. Oh yeah, hey, I'm loving it too. So you also a founder, homie. Wait, tell everybody how you feel about it, man. Tell them what you're liking. We need more positivity, man, because Stadia is a lot better than people are making it out to be, man. It has its problems, but everybody's greatly exaggerating it. It's just mostly people that don't have it or don't have any desire to try it, just talking shit about it, man. Like I was saying earlier. Good job, game chat. Like I was saying earlier, man, it's weird. Like I've had every system -2 since I've grown up, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert in video games, but I have a lot more experience. At least when I was younger, I had a lot more experience of a whole different type of games and systems than a lot of people around me. And people that don't have the systems would argue with me. It's like, how are you gonna tell me which one's better? You don't have it. I'm playing Street Fighter on both Sega and Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo one's better. How are you gonna argue with me? Because you. I don't know, it's just, and I feel like that's the same thing going on today. It's people that don't know just talking shit, and I just don't get it. Some things never change, I guess. My Xbox controller has me worried before the real controller shipped. Your Xbox controller had you worried? What do you mean had you worried? You can game at work now? Using that work Wi-Fi? We don't have Wi-Fi where I work, or I would be doing it. I think that's kind of that's another minor gripe about Stadia, I guess. You know, xCloud lets you play games on cellular data. Stadia doesn't give you the option. Truth is, I think it's kind of smart that they don't. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, you know, because I can see some people will just run their fucking data caps in the ground on their phones, or their phone is so slow they couldn't enjoy Stadia anyway, and that put a bad taste in their mouth. So Google just doesn't give them options to. But at the same time, I kind of feel like, hey, let me do what I want to do. So that's why I kind of wish they would allow it, but I understand why they don't. Like you're not being, no, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not, if I say anything negative, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, overall, I think this is the future of gaming. I'm fucking loving it overall. Every game I buy from now on, most of my games anyway, will be on Stadia. You know, I'm just trying to keep it real. Where the fuck do I go? I used my Xbox controller first and it was laggy. The Stadia controller fixed it. Yeah, the Stadia controller will get rid of some input delay. So how's the buying process? Right now, you just buy it on your phone. They have a Stadia app. It's real simple. You know, you just open up the app, click the game you want, and it's tied to your Google Play stuff. So if you buy games on Google Play, I honestly don't know where the fuck to go. If you buy games on Google Play, then it's that easy. If you're already on Google Play, you're already in the system. But obviously, they should let you buy it in the browser. Like I'm on desktop, I shouldn't have to bring out my phone to buy games. Like that's it's a little nitpick, right? It's not a deal breaker, but it's like y'all need to fix this when you get time, you know? I got you. You can just re-download them on a different PC. Yeah, well, see, Stadia is, remember, you don't download on Stadia. It's played in the browser. Like I'm playing this in Chrome right now. This is a Chrome browser. So like, check this out, dude. I can pause this game right here in Chrome, and I can go to my bedroom, pull up my Stadia controller, press a button, in about 5 seconds, exactly this screen right here, right where I left off, I'll be playing it in my TV in my living room. You know, I can then pull out my phone, turn my phone on, open the Stadia app, click the game, and then I'll be right here. Like you can literally, you know how the Nintendo Switch lets you switch screens easily? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Fucking, you just, go to another room, bam, you're just playing. No need to reload the game. No need to start off at your last checkpoint. Literally right here where I'm standing, I can just take over from on another screen. The Android's being paid. No, I'm just the thing is, man, I know it sounds like I'm shilling, and I will tell you, I do have a bias. All right, I'll go up front. A lot of people try to act like they don't know. I do have a bias, but my bias is in favor of the technology. You know, I love video games and technology, so I'm excited because the technology actually works. That's where my bias is. I'm actually not really loyal to Google. I'm not loyal to Microsoft. I'm not loyal to Sony. My bias is with the technology, and Google's the only one who actually has this technology out and working well. I'm aware PlayStation Now is a thing. I've tried it. It's okay. Xbox, whatever it's called, fuck, I've already forgot what it's called. It's in beta, it's not out. Google's the only one who has it out and has it working, and that's why it sounds like I'm shilling for Google. I'm actually just in favor of the technology. Where the fuck do I go? I'm going here. Remember me trying Life is Strange on PS Now? Was it Life is Strange? I don't know. I don't know if it was that. Maybe it was. I don't know. I played a lot of games on PS Now. Remember all those times it crashed, and some days it wouldn't even. Yeah. Okay, you were there for that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like it was there, but PS Now didn't feel ready. You know what else was wrong with PS Now? You know what else was wrong with it? Two things. It was too damn expensive. When I was on PS Now, it was almost like $24 a month. And they had almost no new games on it. It was all old ass games. It was expensive with old ass games. And then on top of that, the latency was more, the latency was barely doable. And then like you brought up, it barely even worked half the time. Now, PS Now has probably improved. They have the new God of War on there. They have a lot of PS. They have some PS exclusives on there. They're actually pretty good. But to me, it feels like too little, too late. I probably will try it at some time in the future to see how they improved.
That switch over there, the power should go out.
Beyond Two Souls. It was Beyond Two Souls. That's what it was. I probably will try it again at some point in the future. But I can already tell you, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna do it. How do I press that power switch? They want me to shine a LED on it, right? Damn. Oh, fuck! So yeah, compare this to Beyond Two Souls, night and day different. I mean, PS Now, night and day different. How'd I press that fucking power switch? Okay. Is there somewhere they want me to go? I just gotta go around, don't I? How do I go around? I can't go around. Throw a rock at it? I don't know. These puzzles are weird. Let's see. Okay, so when I got right here, she said...
press that switch over there, the power should go out.
So I need to find a way around. I think you have to take damage to solve most of these. Oh yeah, let's try it. Fuck it, let's go. YOLO. Okay, no, there's no yellow. There's no yellow. I think they want me to go around. Okay, look. Let's go. I can't go this way. That's the only way I can go. Y'all see anything here? Because we tried to go this way. I can't go this way. And right here, there's no path to go anywhere else. Man, I missed something obvious. There might be something I can grab that I just didn't see. So let's look around. Is it? Oh, it's down here. It's down here. All right, this is the ladder I came up. So that means I want to go to this ladder over here. There is a ladder over here, right? Oh, fucking A. Come the fuck on, dude. Here we go. Actually, the puzzles in this game aren't really that complex. I'm okay with this. It's nothing is really too complex so far anyway. You know? The fuck? Oh, never mind. Fuck, I just got done saying I like the puzzles. Let's see how if I do this. Can I do this? Oh, shit. Oh. Hey, thanks for the sub, homie. Dude, first try. That was just me just randomly doing shit. I'm glad it worked. Well, is the puzzle, is this puzzling or exploration? It's exploration, I guess. That right there was a puzzle, but this is mostly exploration. Let me put it this way, because you know, actually, Name and Val, I don't like exploration either. I know, I sound like I don't even play video games. I know. The thing is, I'm an old school gamer, man. I remember when you played a game and like it was like Mario. You just ran from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. I know this is where the boomer memes are gonna come out. You know, I remember when like you can just sit down and play a game and the game was self-explanatory. It wasn't about, remember when games weren't about figuring out what to do and it was about how well you can do it, you know? Like it's obvious what you're supposed to do, but are you skilled enough to do it? That's what gaming used to be like. And nowadays games are just like, they just plop you down in the world. It's like, oh, you figure it out. You know, it's completely different than the games I grew up with. Gaming is completely different, dude. You need a nap? Nah, I'm good. Whoa, not over here. If you're already over half of someone's age, you can legitimately call them a boomer. That's your rule? Well, fuck. I'm not a boomer. I'm a millennial. Like, trust me. I should not have grabbed that. I didn't need that. There it is. Boomer. I'm really proud of my age, actually. I'm really proud of my age. People that were born around the time I was, like I'm an old ass millennial, man. I'm like right on the line, dude. It's like I tell you guys, man. Like one of the things about being millennial, like our generation, we were born when everything went from analog to digital. Like we're the age of technology. Like I'm old enough to remember what stuff was like before internet, before cell phones, before video games. Video games used to be for nerds only. You know, I'm old enough to remember the old ways, the old ways, I know, right? But at the same time, I'm not so out of touch that I don't understand technology. You know, like the people that basically run governments and shit, they're still using faxes. There's fax machines, faxes. They're still using fax machines. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the perfect age where I remember what it used to be like, but I still embrace the current technology. You know, people that are younger than me, they weren't born for it. They don't remember what it was like to fucking have dial-up fucking internet. You know, and fucking having to take your turn, or you get somebody call the house and kick you off the internet. You know, they don't remember that. They weren't there for it. So it gives people my age a very unique perspective, man. We're like the middle ground. I understand the old ways, and because I know what stuff used to be like, technology still impresses me. Like I'm impressed by it. How far we've come, you know. We're like a lot of people today, it's like, oh yeah, it just works. You know, it's like, no, man, this is like magic. You don't see this as this is magical. Back in my day, man, if I wanted to know what my homeboy was doing, I would have to walk 5 miles and go to his house and knock on his door. You know, nowadays I can fucking just roll out of bed, send a text. Hey man, you home? Nah, okay, then go back to sleep. You know, it's to me that's fucking magical. Nerd. I think you're a Gen Zer. No, I'm boomer. I mean, I'm fuck. Oh wow, that's a Freudian slip. I'm a millennial. Everywhere I look, I'm right on the edge of millennial. I did say it. Motherfuckers. I don't know. I just really like it, and that's why. Remember what I said? I'm in love with the technology. I'm in favor of technology. You know, that's why, man. Because I would have never imagined this when I was a kid, man. I would have never imagined the stuff we do today, man. I would never imagine it. But the thing that separates me from my parents, the thing that separates me from people older than me, I embrace the new technology. Where people older than me are scared of it. You know, the people older than me, they're still going out and fucking buying DVDs and renting DVDs. We got Netflix. The people older than me, they don't shop online because they're afraid of getting scammed. You know, like that's what separates me from the older generation. I embrace technology, but I'm still fascinated by it. Okay, hold on. No, hold the fuck on, Jose. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Whoa. Stop. Okay, yes. I use a trackball mouse. Yes. But I don't use the bad trackball mouse. You know? I don't use the one with the trackball in the middle of the mouse where you have to use it with like your pointer finger or whatever. I don't use that one. I use the trackball that uses your thumb. And I know you guys are still like, that mouse sucks. Maybe, right? Let me explain. Back in my day, when computer gaming was first even becoming a thing, back when we still had Voodoo video cards, so y'all don't even know what Voodoo is, right? There was no such thing as a gaming mouse. There was just mice. There was no mouse for gaming, right? There was no precision buttons. There were nothing like that. So you either use a normal fucking 2-button mouse that kept getting dirty and you had to clean it. You remember those mice? Maybe you don't remember those mice. Or you used a trackball, right? The reason I use the trackball because it goes on my thumb and it gave me perfect precision. Now I know you got weighted precision mice, laser mice, and all that stuff. Now I'm aware of all that stuff, right? I can use those mice just like I can use a controller, but I prefer keyboard and I prefer this style of trackball mice because even though you can't use it, doesn't mean I can't use it. I still have perfect precision with it. I mean, mouse ones are for FPS nerds. Okay, Name Invalid gets it, and that's what I was playing at the time. I mean, what says boomer more than a ball mouse? Motherfucker. But I'm being real with you guys. Back in my day, you know, there was no such thing as a gaming mouse. They didn't have them. The closest you can get was a trackball. If you wanted pinpoint precision, you had to get a trackball. And I'm so accustomed to them, man. They feel so comfy. And also, you know, trackball mice are more ergonomic. You know, they are. You can game for longer hours on these mice without hurting your hands. So just saying, there's benefits to it. And then on top of this, okay, let me ask you a question, Jose. And this is something I point at people when they give me shit about playing a trackball mouse. All right, pick up your controller. I know you got a controller next to you. Xbox controller, PlayStation controller, Android controller. I know you got a controller next to you. Put your hands on your controller. All right, put your thumbs on the thumbsticks. All right? You use your thumbs. Your thumbs are your primary input devices on these controllers. You got your left hand thumb, which is what is that? Let's see what it does. Moves you around, looks around. No, left moves, right looks around. Okay? Now, on the keyboard, my left hand moves me. See how I'm moving? And you know what my right hand does? You know what my right thumb does? My right thumb does exactly what the right thumbstick does on the controller. It's the trackball mouse actually isn't that different than the way people play on a controller. It's more similar than the way people play on a standard mouse. So when people give me shit about playing on the trackball, it kind of makes me wonder, do you not realize you're more or less doing the same thing on your controller? Just saying. All right, we gotta turn over here. Oh, you see that pixelization? And so, okay, so now that you guys saw that, y'all saw that? Well, that's control. Fucking, yeah, but I have more. Okay, I have more precision on my trackball mouse than you have on your controller. That's why y'all got aim assist on consoles. You don't see aim assist on PC. I don't need aim assist. Anyhow, did y'all see that pixelization? So I want to point out something about Stadia, and this is gonna sound bad, but I don't intend it to be bad. Obviously, if you're streaming a game over the internet, there's gonna be problems. You're gonna have hiccups, you're gonna have occasional frame skips, and latency issues. Something that I noticed about Stadia that is better than PlayStation Now and better than Xbox Game Pass is when Stadia starts having connection issues, if it's minor connection issues, they just degrade the graphics for a little bit. Like for just a split second, everything looks a little bit worse. And I know that sounds bad, but I can tell you this, out of all the problems you can have when you have a connection, I'd rather have the graphics downgrade than my input lag. I'd rather have the graphics downgrade than fucking a long frame skip and I don't know what's going on. At least when the graphics, when everything downgrades, at least I can kind of still play the game for a second. I still know what's going on. If I was playing a fighting game, I would still be able to do my combos. If I was playing an FPS, I would still be able to aim my shots. It doesn't look as good, but I can still play the game until the graphics improve. And so with Stadia, what I've noticed more than the other platforms, actually the other platforms don't even do it, is when Stadia has hiccup issues, it downgrades the graphics, which is the preferable way to handle that. PlayStation Now would either pause or lag my inputs. Game Pass would either pause or lag my inputs. Stadia downgrades the graphics. And I think that's the best way to handle a bad situation. Aim assist sucks when you have bosses that have to hit. Yes, it does. I try to tell people that, man. Like if you're aiming, like aim assist sucks when you're trying to do, like imagine I was playing Doom. I was playing not Doom. I was playing Quake 3 years ago. I remember playing Quake 3 years ago with this dude, and this dude, he wasn't using an aimbot. This dude would literally, he would run, like I'd be behind him chasing him. He would run, he would jump, he would pull a 360. Mid spin, he would turn, shoot me in the head, continue spinning, and then land on his feet and keep going forward. You know, that's stuff like that you can only really do with a fucking mouse. You can't do that with a controller. If you try to do that on a controller, your spin probably won't land the way you want it to, and even if you do somehow hit the shot, you're probably gonna get like a body shot or something. If you want precision accuracy, you gotta have aim assist off. You gotta have aim assist off. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of FPS games don't have crossplay with PC. I know Fortnite and a lot of games are starting to change that, like the new Call of Duty. Shit. I know they're trying to change that, but that's the reason why. The developers know people on PC have an advantage if they have good aim. There's no question about it. I'm not saying console players can't compete with them, but there is definitely an advantage to having a keyboard and mouse. Cough, cough. 360 trick shot, cough, cough. Shit. But I'm even with the advantage, I'm all for crossplay. Really, in my opinion, I don't understand why consoles just don't let people use keyboard and mouse. Like, look, if you want to play Overwatch on a PlayStation, here, use keyboard and mouse or use controller. Use whatever you want. That's how I think it should be. You know, I know some games are like that. But I just say let people use whatever they want. You know? Have you ever, and I know this is going to be sound kind of strange, like I assume most people here play games on PC, right? But have you ever heard somebody who doesn't play on keyboard and mouse say, how do you play like that? You know, like, how can you play on a keyboard? Like, they act like it's alien. They act like it's impossible to do. They act like playing on a keyboard and mouse is harder than playing on a controller, but we know the truth, right? Those of us that play on keyboard and mouse, we know the truth. Keyboard and mouse is comfy as fuck. Maybe not for every game, like for fighting games, okay, I'd rather use a controller or a fight stick. But for most games, I prefer the feeling of keyboard and mouse. Especially how you can customize it. There's so many more buttons on the keyboard. You can literally have your own custom setup, you know? Controller, You can't. There's only, every button's already taken for it. There's only so much you can do with the buttons. There's only so many ways you can move them. Like on my keyboard and mouse alone, let's see here. Let's say I use one of my extra buttons, like my button 4, right? So I have button 4. Button 4 by itself can be an action. Button 4 plus Alt, button 4 plus Control, button 4 plus Shift. This one button can be 4 different actions. You know? Way more options, way more buttons and button options than on the controller. Not that I'm hating on anybody using a controller, but just point out, man. Once you get proficient at using a keyboard and mouse, it's really hard to want to use a controller. Controllers do have their advantage. You can sit on the couch and lean back, you know, and play games. You know, even with a wireless keyboard, it doesn't feel as good to lean back on the couch with a wireless keyboard as it does a controller. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know, they have their pros and cons, but I'm talking about in general, to the traditional gaming way, I'd rather game on a keyboard and mouse. Find Emily on the 2nd floor. Isn't there a game called Emily Wants to Play? Get lost. Leave us alone. We see you. Inhaler. Drugs.
Will come in handy.
Before I exit that door, because I don't know what's out there. So something else I want to see about Stadia, and they kind of hinted at it. You know, Stadia has this feature called crowd play or crowd share, whatever the fuck it's called. And it's basically like when I'm playing a game, if it supports crowd play, I can drop a link in chat. Let's say I'm streaming. Let's say I'm playing Samurai Showdown, for example. I can put a link in chat, and you can click that link, and you can join me and do 1v1 me in Samurai Showdown, or you can join me in a party game and play. That's what they pretty much said it was. You can join the streamer or play in the level I was just in, or let's say I built a world of Minecraft. Click on this link and you just load it up in your browser and play. This is what is going to be coming to Stadia. Well, maybe not the exact way I described. What I'm hoping for is that even if you don't own the game, you can still join the game as long as I'm playing. Because I don't know if you guys remember, this is the old ass boomer in me talking, I guess. I don't know if you guys remember StarCraft and the spawn disc back in the day. Anybody know that term, spawn disc? I'll go ahead and elaborate. Back in the day, StarCraft, how it got popular, it had what they called a spawn disc, meaning I bought StarCraft and it came with like 3 discs that were called spawn disc, and I could give them out to my friends. So it came with a disc and a code. As long as I was playing with you, you can use that spawn disc and you could play in a game with me. So you couldn't play the story, you couldn't play by yourself. As long as I was playing, you could play with me. Like, imagine Left 4 Dead if only one person had to buy the game and I was able to give out friend passes for my friends and they could play Left 4 Dead as long as I was playing it. Obviously, it doesn't work like that. Now, they want everybody to buy their own copy of the game. Call of Duty, oh, you want to play Call of Duty with your friend? You and your friend got to buy a copy of it. That's how we do things now. But back in the day, they had that thing called Spawn Disc where you could play with your friends. What I'm hoping Stadia does, and I honestly think they should do this, I think Stadia needs to bring that concept back. One person that owns the game, he drops the link, and if it's a multiplayer game, you can play with him. You can't play when he's offline. You can't play without him. You can't go ahead in the story. As long as he's there, you can play with him. I think that would be a great selling point for Stadia. I think that's something that only Stadia can do that nobody else could really do because with their YouTube integration and whatnot. Name of us, even without the other player owning the game themselves. Yeah, that's how it worked, dude. That's how it worked. That's how it worked. Dark Souls 2 of gaming. But you know what I'm saying? That's how the spawn disc literally worked. You can give it out to your friends, and as long as you were playing, they could play with you. And you know what happened because of that? StarCraft got really popular. This is how Blizzard got really popular, because they were doing shit like that. They don't do shit like that anymore. EA, of all people, actually kind of brought that back. Do you remember that game, the two prisoners, the two brothers that got locked up in prison? I keep forgetting what the name of that game is, but it came out about a year ago. That game does that. Only one person has to own the game. And then your friend, any friend who also has an EA Origin account, can play with you for free. That right there is what we need. If Stadia wants to take off, if Stadia wants to do something that nobody else can really do, they need to do that. They need to encourage developers to make games like that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Do you know how many times I don't buy a game because my friends won't play it with me? Like, you know, oh, that looks like a fun game. Oh, I would love to play co-op with my friends, but I can't talk my friends into buying it. So guess what? My friends ain't gonna buy it, so I ain't gonna buy it. But if my friend could play it without purchasing it, buying it and only I had to buy it, I definitely would have got it. You don't have any idea how many games I did not buy because of that.
Emily,
Games.
are you there?
Did you see Origin gave everybody a month free EA access? I did, but maybe limit it to one friend per host. I guess. I mean, StarCraft didn't do that. See, the thing is, man, and I get it. Let me pause this for a sec. The assumption, this is a mistaken assumption, but the assumption is if they can play it for free, you're losing a sale, right? That's the assumption. Every person you let play for free, you're losing a sale. Well, if that's the case, why are free to play games making so much money? You know, sometimes you just got to get people in the door. You get people in the door, and then you can monetize them based off of that, right? Or somebody like me, I'm not even gonna buy the game if my friends can't play. Or it's kind of like the false assumption of PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now, oh my God, people are gonna be streaming our games for free in the cloud? Oh no, we better sell it at a really high price. No, that high price is a mistake. What you wanna do, you sell it at a low price. Don't try to make a lot of money off of one person, make a little bit of money off of a lot of people. You follow what I'm saying? That is actually the better way to handle digital goods. And so with that said, I don't think it should be limited to one friend. I think it should be limited to whatever makes sense for the game. Or maybe like when if you had the buddy pass, if you join me through the buddy pass, either monetize some other way. Hey, now that you're here, you try these microtransactions, customize your character, make them look better. Like, hey, you know, because there's a lot of people. The thing is, when it comes to gaming, and this is why free-to-play games take off so much, it's not that people don't have the money to spend. It's that people don't know if they want to spend the money. Oh, hey, you know, like take Fortnite, for example. Or look at Fortnite and PUBG. Hold on, let me get this. Microtransactions, in-game purchase. That's the business model for subscription-based services. Low price billing, ton of people. Yeah, there you go. Like Spotify, $1 a month. But how many people use it? Or look at Xbox Game Pass. It's $5 a month by default for PC. It's $1 a month for the first 3 months. You know? What was I say? But look at PUBG and look at Fortnite, for example. PUBG, remember how big PUBG used to be? PUBG was the game. Remember that? But there was a flaw with PUBG. Do you know what it was? PUBG was not free. So people looked at it. It seemed interesting, but a lot of people were on the fence. Don't know if I want to buy it. Don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, Battle Royale is hot, but I don't know if I want to buy it. So what did Fortnite do? Fortnite came out free. No cost. It looks interesting. You want to try it? Well, come on in. And then people try it. The game, let's say the game would have cost $60, but they end up trying it and they end up spending $200 over a couple months in microtransactions. You want to get people in the fucking door, and then you monetize them. You know, that's why I hold the position I do when I'm talking about the buddy pass and all that shit. Get people in the door, and then monetize them after that. If you try to monetize them at the door, they're just not gonna come in the door. Larry said, I signed up for a free Prime trial again just to get to see if these loot. I think you will like the unicorn figurehead for the ship. I think I will too. Spotify is actually pretty fucking popular. I don't really have numbers for you. That's what Disneyland should do, Twitch. You should pitch that. I should. And do you ever wonder how a giant company can go out of business and lose to a new startup? You know, does that ever? That's how it happens. Because fucking they do stuff wrong. You know, like look. Okay, as much as I hate it, let's go ahead and talk about Activision Blizzard. Let's go ahead. Remember how I said Blizzard started off with StarCraft and they had the buddy pass and they no longer do that? Like, as a company gets bigger, they stop thinking of innovative ways to stay ahead. They just rely, oh, we're already big, so we don't have to do anything. People will buy our franchises. People love Diablo, so they're gonna buy it. People love Overwatch, so they're gonna buy it. You know what I mean? And they just rely on the fact that they're already popular and that will sell it. But then you have smaller companies doing what they're not willing to do. You know? That's how Fortnite came up. I know Epic's not a small company, but that's how Fortnite came up and stole the spotlight from PUBG. Just imagine if PUBG was free. Imagine it. I bet you if PUBG was free, Fortnite would have never got off the ground. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
What is this place? This can't be my school.
But no. So many people got to play Fortnite for free, and we're not just talking about little kids. Kids don't got money. Those are grown-ass people spending that money, dude. That's money they could have spent on PUBG, but they didn't want to. They want to spend it on Fortnite because they got to try Fortnite for free and they saw it was good. PUBG might be a good game, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to pay that cover charge. Increase the price of that slice of 7. Wait, hold on. Increase the price of that slice of 7 pizza. BYB 100%. What's BYB mean? I don't know. Is that more boomer talk? But yeah, if you ever wonder how a big company eventually loses to a small company, that's how. Because the big company has all the advantages. They can do everything the smaller company can do, but faster. But they won't. They don't see a reason to change. They don't have to. Oh, people are gonna buy our products just because we're popular.
Hiding
all right,
here
we'll see.
all this time?
Build your beer workshop. I don't know nothing about that, dude. Now keep in mind, mostly what I'm talking about, it works with digital goods. Like you said, maybe tell that Disneyland. Well, you know, Disneyland is physical. There's only so much space, so much parking. People have to wait in line for rides. So, you know, you don't really want everybody in Disneyland because it's going to be a bad experience for everybody because it's going to be slow. They're going to run out of food, going to run out of drink. You know, get what I'm saying? But when it comes to digital goods, you know, it doesn't take a lot of effort to give somebody a copy of something, you know?
It's another strange book.
Doesn't take a lot of resources to have 1,000 people give 1,000 people a digital copy of something, which is why what I'm talking about works better for digital type stuff than it does physical type stuff.
Was she hiding here all this time?
No map. But I do believe that though. I know. Bring your own beer. Yeah, there you go. BYOB. Bring your own beer, motherfucker. Take this back. So where do you want me to go? I bet there's gonna be something outside the door. Dude, it doesn't even feel like I'm playing in cloud. I can't wait till you guys try this, man. When Stadia comes out, man, I cannot wait for you guys to try this and see how amazing this is, man. It feels really good, man. This is the future of gaming. This is future gaming. This is the fucking future. You scared for me? Why are you scared for me? Hold my beer, because I'm underage. You shouldn't have a beer, because you're underage. The fuck is that? Hold on, there's something I can do over here. My phone just texted me when the scary music started playing. Uh-oh, don't read it. If it says 7 days, you better throw that thing away. Oh, you said hold my Coke. I don't know why you said hold. I don't know why I thought it said hold my beer. So this is one thing I don't like. I know you guys can see how it's kind of grainy right there. See how you can't really make out the details up ahead. So this is the flaw. This is a combination of two things. So for one, I'm streaming it, so it's already, the graphics are degraded a little bit, but I'm also streaming at a low resolution. So when things get really dark and all the colors are very similar, you know, dark colors all kind of look the same. They just look like lighter shades of the same color. It's very hard to make out details. So this is the biggest flaw of streaming and playing 720. I guarantee if it was just 720 without also playing in a stream, probably wouldn't have that big of a difference. But you guys can see it right here, how it looks kind of staticky. So this is probably the biggest consistent graphical problem with streaming. But as streaming algorithms improve, I expect this to also improve. What you about to buy a game in order to try? Yeah, I know you're just kind of joking, but I don't really agree with Stadia's business model. You know, I feel like it's a big gamble. They're not, you know, like Epic Games gives you 2 free games a month just for going to their store. No, you don't got to pay no money at all. You know what I mean? I don't feel like Stadia's acting like they don't have any competition is what I'm getting at. Like, and look at Xbox, let's not ignore Xbox Game Pass again. Stadia got to do something different in their business model, dude. But this game here, since it's exclusive, should have been free. You know what? You know what, Name Invalid? You know what, Name Invalid? I think you're right. But I think Name Invalid actually hit it on the head. All the Google Stadia exclusive games, the games that are here to show off what Stadia can do, I honestly think that these games, Google should provide these games free to everybody. Because here's the thing, man. Remember what I said? You got to get people in the door. Stadia's going to be free for everybody to use, right? But the only way people are going to be able to use Stadia is if they're willing to pony up and pay some money for a game. So once again, a lot of people just aren't going to go in that door. If you want people to try Stadia, you need to give them a reason to get on Stadia. Don't just say they can get on. Okay, I can do a lot of things, but why would I want to? Put free games on Stadia, because there's going to be so many people that are skeptical. Cloud game, oh, cloud gaming don't work. I'm not even going to try it. It don't work. Well, you know that game's free. Oh, it's free. Let me go try that. You know, and then when they play a couple free games and they see how well it works, those people could turn into buyers for different games. So I agree with Name Invalid. At the very least, the Google exclusive games should either be free or extremely low price. I'm actually going to say free. Google is going to have to eat money. Somebody else, I was on Twitch, somebody else was telling me, they were saying Google is going to have to be willing to lose money in the short term if they want to make money in the long term. The only bad part about Stadia is that I have to fuck you. Well, mostly the one specifically because it's the launch game. Oh. What was that? Something.
What?
Did I say snot? I'm gonna tell you right now, my dude. That shit right there is scary as fuck. I'm gonna tell you another criticism about xCloud. Something I haven't heard a lot of people say, and I pause the game when I gotta think. So you know, Stadia is more powerful than the PlayStation. Each Stadia computer is more powerful than the PlayStation and Xbox combined, right? So Stadia is capable of pumping out quite a bit of power. It's ready to keep up with the next generation of consoles and everything else. The thing about xCloud, you know how powerful each xCloud instance is? Each xCloud instance is actually an Xbox One in the cloud. It's actually an Xbox One. You know, so as time goes on, Stadia is already in a position where it can have more powerful games. Whereas xCloud's not really. Like, I'm halfway worried that about 3 or 4 years from now, xCloud is still gonna have only Xbox One games and not a lot of new games because the xCloud servers can't handle it. Whereas I know Stadia can. So I'm actually a little bit concerned about the future of xCloud. Like we all know xCloud is winning out the gate. I'll tell you that right now. But unless they're willing to upgrade their servers to the newer consoles, which is going to be a big investment considering they're just now coming out with this current generation.
Blocked from the other side.
It's just something. It's something that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. Nobody's talking about it. Go to school, nerd. I'm debating whether or not to go to school tomorrow, so I might be able to play Sea of Thieves tonight. When is xCloud coming out? They don't have a release date. I think they said sometime 2020. But here, let me give you an idea. If you want to put it in Google, where'd I go? So you know, Google about a year ago they had a demo for PC for Project Extreme for Stadia, right? xCloud still doesn't have a PC demo yet. It only has an Android demo. It doesn't even have an iOS demo. It's just Android. You can only test it on Android. Can't even test it on PC, right? So that alone tells me it's probably not going to come out till near the end of next year, unless they rush it out. And I don't think that's wise to rush it out. So Google has quite a head start on xCloud, which, oh my God, what is that? What is that? This is scary as fuck, man.
It's another strange book.
The second floor is scary, is what it says. You know, I was never really scared of mannequins, but I'm starting to, whoa, what does that say? I'm starting to develop an irrational fear. No one is gonna miss you. Truth is, yeah, don't skip school. Just go to school tomorrow. Cause man, I remember, I don't really, when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm not really promising anything. I'm not promising Sea of Thieves. I'm not promising Sea of Thieves later today. I'm promising Sea of Thieves when I'm on vacation. I'm not on vacation yet. I still gotta go to work tomorrow. So I might play some Sea of Thieves. I intend to play some Sea of Thieves tonight, but depending on how things shake out, I probably won't, you know? So you should definitely go to school. Why is that there? Was that message there before? I don't think it was. Twiz, the flaw with your claim is that games are optimized to be on many different platforms. Huh? xCloud should be able to compete still. I don't really believe games are optimized to be on many different platforms. That's false. I believe with the way technology is all what's the word when everything comes together? What's the word for that? When things are replaceable. If there's a word for it, it starts with an H. I forget what that word is. I believe now that things like it's pretty much okay. You can take an NVIDIA GPU and it can do everything a fucking AMD video GPU can. AMD CPU. The homogenized. That's the word. Now that things are more homogenized, it's very easy for one part to replace another. So I agree with that. But I still believe that usually games are optimized for one platform, and then there are minor tweaks made to shift it to another platform. But the problem with xCloud isn't the games themselves. It's just the amount of servers, and it's how they handle streaming. Like there's stuff that Google does in their streaming tech that they have patented it and it's secret. Like their algorithms is not publicly known. So Microsoft has to create their own algorithms, and they can't really just piggyback off of Google's because Google's code is hidden. So I'm not necessarily talking about the games themselves, more how Microsoft plans to implement it. And keep in mind that I also believe this, and I could be wrong, I don't think I am on this one. Google has many more servers and more powerful servers than Microsoft. Google has more servers and data centers all over the world than Microsoft does. And I'm aware that Microsoft has a lot of servers as well. But I think Google is in the best position for this type of technology. Microsoft is a close second, I would say, and maybe Amazon. I know Amazon has some servers too, because Amazon has the whole AWS thing. But I think nobody can hold a candle to Google as far as powerful servers in multiple places all over the world. Homogenized, made uniform or similar, so not innovative. Well, yeah, what I'm saying is, one thing can replace another one. Like, I guess the way to put it, like, take like a tank, not a tank, but like a warrior and a paladin. In World of Warcraft, both classes can tank. So, or Overwatch, I guess I should use Overwatch, We need a tank. It doesn't really matter which tank. We just need somebody who can go in first and take hits. Like they can replace each other is what I'm saying. If the word homogenized doesn't fit with that, then you get what I'm saying. Or we just need a damage dealer. In League terms, we just need an ADC. Doesn't matter which ADC, we just need an ADC. MB4 1500 monthly. Maybe Apple, if they got off their lazy. Apple doesn't have powerful servers. Okay, let me give you an example of how far behind Apple is. iCloud? You know how iCloud, you store everything on iCloud, it's all on iCloud, blah, blah, blah. You know what iCloud is, don't you? iCloud is just Google Drive. Apple pays Google to use their servers. Yeah. You'll actually find a lot of places that seem like they have powerful servers. They're actually renting their servers from either Microsoft, Google, or Amazon. Oh yeah, that's why Sony's teamed up with Microsoft. Sony's gonna use Microsoft servers for whatever they're trying to do. Assuming they're not already doing it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Doesn't matter how many servers Google has and they don't put them to good use. You got so many servers, but still can't stream 720 like free. I think you might have missed part of my issue, Larry. No, the problem. Okay, here's the thing. Remember yesterday how I didn't stream? All yesterday I was doing nothing but testing Stadia under very, very different circumstances. So on my Chromecast in my room furthest away from my router, not wired, wireless, I was doing 4K 60 FPS, no problems whatsoever. Right? When I was streaming here, and they don't have 4K set for desktop for whatever reason, I don't know. That's something they're working on. It's not a server issue. I think it's something else, right? The reason I'm doing 720 for this stream, there's something about my computer or OBS that seems to be conflicting with Chrome or something. I don't know what the issue is. So this isn't really on their servers. This isn't their servers. This is something else going on, and it might literally just be specific to me as an individual. I might be the only one with this problem because of something I have set up. But I only noticed this problem when I started OBS. I only noticed this problem when I started stream. Before the stream started, I was playing at 1080 No lag. Then I opened OBS and I started to stream and then I started lagging. So is it OBS? Is it something about me being live? Is it something, is it something about me uploading and downloading at the same time? I don't know, but I intend to figure it out. I don't blame this one on Google too much. I honestly believe this one's more on my end. Mine is the fact that it doesn't do 4K on PC. It's not that they can't do it, but for whatever reason, the same reason you can't buy games in the browser, it's just they just haven't implemented it yet.
Rock reacts to light.
Fake 4K. It's so that you buy a Chromecast. Yeah. You know what? That might be it, because you know I'm thinking about getting another Chromecast. Say upload and download at the same time. It's something, man. Whatever it is, I'm gonna figure it out. And knock on wood, I'm usually pretty good at figuring this stuff out. It takes me a while, but when it comes to well, actually, it's because I have a lot of experience fucking debugging programs. Like I'm a pretty stubborn motherfucker, man. If I think I can fix a problem, I'll spend all night trying to fix it. So because I spend all night trying to fix it, I usually end up fixing it. So I'll figure out what the issue is, and then I'll figure out a workaround. I usually do. It's very rare. It's very rare that I throw my hands up in the air and give up on a problem. I usually fix it. How do I get in there? Okay, what are we doing here? And as a coder, you'll find the most illogical solution. Yeah. Fucking jerry-rig that shit. Well, I already told you my one solution. Shit, what? Oh, look, hold on, let's follow the tentacle. Follow the tentacle. I already told you my one solution, didn't I? I'm thinking about, instead of putting Chrome directly in OBS, I'm thinking about putting my capture card in OBS and then having my capture card capture Chrome. This way OBS isn't capturing Chrome, which I think is what's causing a lag. That's my current solution. Oh shit. That's something I'm gonna have to test later, of course. But that's what's currently off the top of my head. I'll just stream off my capture card, which is what I do when I stream off consoles anyway. So it literally, to the people watching the stream, it won't make a difference at all. Well, I mean, it will be improved because I'll be doing 1080. How do I? Shouldn't this kill the whole thing? Tentacle split into two? Hold on. All right. So here's the first one. Let's follow it to where it splits. All right. So there's this. Hold on now, but there's another tentacle up here. Where does this go? It goes into this room over here. There's a tentacle in here, right? Behind the books. It has to be here, so I have to move this thing somehow. So when I push it all the way in, but I can't pull it all the way out. Nah, there's something going on with this. What do I do here? This has to be it. I can't grab it on the sides. I can't fit in there. Shoot the rock, shoot the rock. Let me get a shot. Oh my God, Jose, good idea. How'd you figure that out? Do that again. All right, let's go see if that fixed it. I think you did it, man. I think that was it. I hate puzzles, thank you. That did it, Jose. Thanks, man. Yeah, comment about the rock. She did say something about the, I suck at puzzles, man. That's all I got. I'm not very good at this. I don't like games that make me have to think. It did? Yeah. I'm not good at games that make me have to think. I'm just not. You know how people say they don't like games that have hand holding? I'm the opposite. I actually like some hand holding. I mean, I don't want the game to play it for me, but I hate having to figure out what to do. Remember, once again, man, I like the games like Donkey Kong. You know what to do. You know, fucking like a fighting game. You know what to do. You might not know how to do it, but you know what to do. You know, I like it where it's obvious. It's about getting better at playing it, not about figuring out what you have to do. You know, a lot of games nowadays, the gameplay is figuring out what to do. I like knowing what to do. I like figuring out how I'm gonna do it. So as I say in holding. Which is one of my reasons why I'm not a big fan. And I know you found me on Dark Souls, but it's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of the Souls formula for games, because that's literally what those games are. Drop you in the world and you figure it out. I do, but see, even saying I don't necessarily like that genre of game, I do respect the Souls series because I can admire the fact that it's well done. If there ever was a good way to do it, you know, they found a good way to do it. It's just not personally for me. Which shows that I'm actually kind of two minds when it comes to games. I have respect for good games, well-made games. I have my respect, even though I don't necessarily like their genre. I can tolerate them because I can see they're well-made. Except for Dark Souls 2. That one I just played because I wanted to punish myself. Would not call any part of that fun. Yeah, definitely not Dark Souls 2. Yeah, no, DS2 were you there when the game actually broke me? Were you there for that when I fucking broke down? I let my dog in. Those monsters don't like it when you shove your flashlight up their asses. I don't know. I think they kind of like it. I think they do like it, Larry.
It's locked from the other side.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were there for the kitty cat. Yeah, dude, come on. You gotta admit, name. You gotta admit. You can't blame me for breaking down there. You can't. You know, I've been through a lot of shit. If there was ever a good place to call it quits, that was it. That was fucking it. That's all I'm saying. If there was ever a good place to fucking say, you know what, I had enough of this game, that was fucking it. Oh, I know people hate that area. Yeah, that was it.
This makes no sense. The town was fine this morning. Boring and dumb as always.
God, now you're giving me flashbacks to that game.
Emily shows back up out of the blue, and everything's messed up. Now everyone's gone, and it looks like there's been an earthquake.
My dudes, there's a juice box, and looks like maybe water. Somebody's been hiding up here. What does GYLT mean? You know what? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. Google yeast like that. But yeah, so what were we talking earlier? So one of the things I'm really hoping Google does is, and I feel like they will to some extent. I really want that share play to be like, hey, if I'm streaming a game, click this link and come join me in the game. Like, imagine Jackbox like that. Instead of having to enter a Jackbox code, imagine able just to join a Jackbox game just by clicking on a link and you're in the game, and then you're streaming it to your own screen. You know? I do believe that Google will do something like that. I don't know if it's exactly how I'm saying it, but just the fact that they said, just the fact they have something called crowd play. It's called crowd play. Just the fact that they have it kind of hints that they're thinking of something along those lines. Somebody dug into the code on Android, the Stadia app, and they found stuff like that in there. They found crowd play. They found family share. That's right. So you're gonna be able to share your games with your family. You know, they found all sorts of stuff that's not active yet, but it's in the code, in the app. It's just not active. So, I mean, I can't promise that Google's gonna make it active, but just the fact that they started working on it does hint that maybe they'll end up finishing it and putting it out. And they need to, because even Steam has family share. You know, like. Because that's part of the reason I'm kind of building up my Stadia library. I want to have games that my friends and family can play. Like, I'm not just buying these games for me. When I'm done with them, maybe my wife and kids might want to play them. Or maybe I might have a friend, you know, I might, here, man, here, I'll add you to my family plan. There you go. You know, that's another reason I do it. If I didn't think they were gonna have some sort of family plan or some sort of, you know, way of sharing your games, I probably wouldn't buy all my games on Stadia. I'd probably just buy a select few. But I do think Google's gonna allow stuff like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything here. See, family sharing sucks. Tell me about it. I've never actually used it. I tried to set it up, but it never really, you know, I did something wrong. So what's the hurdle with that? Brother from another mother. What the fuck? Oh, they dodge? Oh my god! That motherfucker was dodging me. Only one person can play the game at the same time. Oh, I'm not convinced that Stadia won't be the same way. You know what? Stadia shouldn't be that way. You know, if they do it that way, that's probably the worst way they can do it. But like I said, I'm not convinced that Stadia won't do that. You said it was too easy. I did say that. You know how you can tell when I like a game? If I quit the game and I come back to it. If I ever quit a game and I come back to it at a future date, I probably like the game. Because you guys know me. How many times do I play a game for just a couple hours and never come back to it? Right? You can tell when I feel positive about a game if I come back to it. Yeah, but the teleport dude was too fast. So you have to be on the same internet. Oh, fuck that. No, I don't like that to stream family share, or else you have to do a really complicated process and only one person can play the same. The one person at a time is acceptable. It's literally the worst way that I would accept, but I understand it, you know. But having to be on the same internet, I think it's a stretch too far. Looks like some sort of monster they're laughing at. I'm assuming that's Emily. She's being bullied by a mannequin. Looks like some dude is a giant is trying to step on her. What's that say? Poo? Poo? Poo head. Poop head. Poop head. Poop head. Can y'all read it? Can y'all read that? Y'all probably can't read that. That's probably hard to read for y'all. Hard to read me. Poop head. Haba? Ha 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 ha. I hate you. Hate you with a broken heart. There's a knife. There's a knife and it says smelly, smelly knife. And there's something written here backwards. Loser written backwards and upside down. It's upside down and backwards. It's just upside down actually. Yeah, Bella, you read it at the same time I did. You went back to Death Stranding. You really liked it. That was a different case. I take it back. The only one-player game can play the game thing is true though. Yeah, I don't like that. If you aren't on the same internet, you have to log into each other's account and request access. No, that's fucking stupid. No, I went back to Death Stranding because it was a special case. Because it was made by Kojima. You know, like a lot of reason I even attempt to play games. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't really consider myself just a streamer or somebody who just plays games. On some level, I do consider myself a game reviewer. Now, I know I probably have hot takes that people don't agree with, but I like to have knowledge and opinions on games, you know? At the very least, I like to have knowledge of them. So Kojima, it's his first game, made all by himself. I wanted to have enough experience with it to where when people talk about it, I know what I'm talking about, you know? Like, I don't want to just be, you know, I don't want to be left in the dark. I don't want somebody telling me about it. I want to already know and have input to the conversation. Like, with that said, people, you know, it probably would make sense for me to actually make a review channel where I just review video games, you know? Yeah, maybe one day I will. But I've always been like that, even when I was a kid, even before YouTube was even a thing, dude. I've always been like that. I always wanted to play all the latest games. And, you know, like, remember when they had video game magazines? Remember that? And they were put reviews and stuff in magazines? I've always been like that. But that's just to access the library so that you know what you can request access for. Oh, here we go. Poop. The more
Emily?
you talk about it, the more you realize how it sucks. Emily's teddy bear. It's a bit worn out, but it's definitely hers. You know what my favorite games are? And I guess this kind of goes back to the games that have replay value. Any game, like I don't necessarily like games that you can beat. I don't really like games that have an ending. Like I have fun when I play them, but I don't really feel like I get my money's worth unless it's a game I can keep coming back to. So roguelikes, competitive games like Overwatch, Fortnite, like games that I will come back and keep playing. I like those games the most because I feel like I get my money's worth out of them. Sea of Thieves, right? You see what I'm saying? You kind of see what I mean? Like a game that you can play for a really long time. Even in some cases, even MMOs. Although I don't ever want to play an MMO again. You know, I feel like those type of games, those are my overall favorite. I enjoy all types of games, but my favorite games are the ones that I can keep coming back to. True. I hate classic RPGs because I get a bit depressed. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, once the ending's near, you know, you're never gonna see it. Like that's how I feel about Life is Strange, for example. Like Life is Strange is one of my favorite games of all time. The first Life is Strange. Yeah, the new one is I don't know. You know what I mean? The new one ain't really ticking all the boxes, man. The new one's just good enough to play, but the first Life is Strange, like I fell in love with those characters. I felt like the game was just so well made, right? And like knowing that like it's over. Like, what's gonna happen to fucking Max and Chloe? Like, I want to spend more time in that world and that environment, and it's just over. And you know what? Even if they were to bring it back, even if they were to make an actual real sequel to the Max and Chloe story, like, I don't know if it would be the same, you know? So it's just, yeah, that feeling you get when it's over, man, it's not a good feeling. It's kind of like now the Avengers are over or Game of Thrones is over. You know what I mean? It's like it was a fun ride while you're on the ride, but now that the ride's over, it's you got to find something to fill the void, man. Fuck it, let's yellow. Okay, so that didn't work. Boiler room is over there. Oh, you see the graphical degrade? And this sounds kind of bad too, but when it degrades, I honestly believe, even though like, oh, well, the graphics is lowered for about a second there, you see that? Like, it seems like it's one of those things that you would bitch and moan about, but it's really not. You get so used to it. It's kind of like, what's a good way to put it? I don't know. I don't know if there's a really good analogy I can put for it, but it's something that you can get used to the point where it doesn't bother you. Like, it's like, okay, for just a second, every once in a while, the graphics will get a little bit worse. As long as it doesn't slow down the pace of the game or mess up your button presses or whatever, it's honestly something you can just get used to.
I gotta find a key.
It sounds bad saying you need to get used to the graphics getting worse, but I'm just being real. Like it doesn't even faze me. It doesn't even faze me. It just happens. I don't even think about it.
What's happening? I keep following Emily around, but I'm always one step behind.
Episode 5 comes out next week.
Like,
let's get it.
I don't think she's running away from me. Is she?
Well, I'll be there for it. Episode 5, I'll play it. I don't think Life is Strange 2 is a bad game. It's just, it doesn't have the same magic that the first one had. I mean, it has better controls, it has better graphics. You know, like there's a whole lot of technological improvements to it. But it's like the soul, the spirit of the game just isn't the same. Emily is the final boss confirmed. Life is Strange 2 doesn't have Warren, right? Warren's the pervert guy, right? No, it doesn't have any of the characters from the Life is Strange universe or from the first one.
Bullseye! They should put me on the
My
basketball
boy
team.
Warren. But I did like it. I liked it a lot. What happens if I press this button? Okay, I want to kind of back off. Life is Strange. The first Life is Strange is probably go down in history for me. There's not a whole lot of games I would say are at the top. I mean, Wizard of Legend is also another personal favorite. I'm thinking more games that I played recently. It's kind of hard for me to think of older games. Has to be another game I played. Oh no, is it one of these that I have to time my steps? Alright, fuck it. Pac-Man? Nah. Never really liked Pac-Man. I didn't hate Pac-Man. I played Pac-Man on the Atari when I was in diapers. And when I was like a kid. And it's not that I think Pac-Man is a bad game, but I don't think I can accurately really give an opinion on Pac-Man. Because I played Pac-Man just because I had nothing else to play. You know? So I can't really confirm if I was addicted to it or the gameplay is really good. I just played a lot of it because I had nothing else to play. Oh, that's a T. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Nah, I don't really like Ultimate too much. Melee was good. Now I'm talking for its time. For its time, Smash Melee was great. Actually, for its time, the original Smash was pretty good. You know, Ultimate. Not that Ultimate's a bad game. Ultimate is definitely a good game, but it's just not at the top of my list, man. It's just not at the top of my list. I do find it impressive, and they have so many characters in there, and they even got characters outside of Nintendo in there. I know that's the whole Smash series in general, but Smash Ultimate is quite the accomplishment if you really think about how much work, not even how much work it was to make, which I know was a lot of work, but how hard it was to get all those characters in there, to get all the game companies okay with it, you know, to get all the music in there. Like they even had the Persona 5 music in there. You know how fucking strict they are at Persona 5 music? Atlas does not like fucking people sharing their music at all. They will copyright strike you in a second. And they allowed them to put it in Smash. Not only did they allow their music to be in Smash, but they're okay with people streaming it, making videos of it. Just talk. What was that? You know, just talking them into allowing that was probably a lot of fucking legal paperwork and whatnot. Smash Melee was the best, but Ultimate is too casual friendly for me to enjoy. It's still being made if you consider the DLC. Yeah. That's we'll go with that. I don't know. There's something about it, man. Like, I mean, for its time, it's not that revolutionary. Let's just be real. For its time, Ultimate's not that revolutionary. It's a great game, but there's a lot of great games that come out now. You know, back when the first Smash came out, there was nothing that played like the first Smash. Smash completely broke the mold, right? Smash Ultimate was such an improvement over the original Smash that it's still considered breaking the mold. I mean, not Smash Ultimate, Smash Melee, you know? But then you got Brawl. Okay, Brawl kind of felt like more of the same. You know what I mean? Like, Brawl wasn't super innovative. You know, it's like, oh, you like Melee? Well, here's a watered down version of Melee, or here's basically Melee 2.5 or some shit. And then what is it? Smash on the Wii U? It's like it wasn't that innovative, man. You know, it wasn't that groundbreaking. Still think it's a great game. Took a lot of work, but it's yeah. I respect more the work they put to get all those characters in there than I actually respect the gameplay. Not that the gameplay's bad, but you heard what I had to say. Yeah. I have spoken. You know. Brawl, oh yeah, you know what? The adventure mode in Brawl was pretty good, wasn't it? But remember what I said about that stuff? About the adventure mode and stuff? After you play it, you know. I don't really consider that a lot of replayability.
That thing's in pretty bad shape.
They want me to put some. Oh, I know what they want me to do. No, not to Smash 4. You didn't miss anything, dude. You didn't miss anything. Smash 4 was just Brawl. It was just Brawl with more characters and updated graphics. Now, what I think Nintendo should do with the Smash series... Did I do this wrong? How do I get up? Oh, right there. What I think Nintendo should do with the Smash series, instead of making a brand new game every year, add on to the game you already have. Like, do it kind of like an MMO. Just add on to the game. You got a good foundation. And I honestly feel like they should do the same thing with Pokemon. Instead of making a brand new Pokemon every year, add on to the one you got. That's what they're doing to us. Oh, what? No, I mean, that's what they're doing with the current one. But how do you know next year they're not gonna make a brand new Smash? You know, where you're gonna have to you're gonna have to throw away the Smash you already have, and then they're gonna make a brand new Smash. You know, we're gonna come out with a new system, a new Nintendo, and they're gonna use that to sell the new Nintendo. Because that's what Nintendo does. Nintendo sells their consoles by the exclusives. They're exclusives.
Bad shape.
You want to play the new Zelda? You got to get the new Nintendo. You want to play the new Smash? You got to get the new Nintendo. That's Nintendo's business model. They use their games to sell their systems. I know that kind of sounds like common sense, but nobody really does that like Nintendo does it. Like Nintendo, like fucking nobody does that like Nintendo. At least they say, hold on, Ultimate from 2018 is still getting DLC until February 2020. Right, while the system's still alive. But after the Switch will probably still be alive around that time. Right, obviously, well, I don't think the Switch is gonna die next year. But when the new Nintendo comes out, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Dude, what do I do?
That thing's in pretty bad shape.
It's in pretty bad shape, as in... Well, yeah, they need to keep it fresh for the next generation. I agree with that. I just don't, like, there's a couple games, like MMOs do it, like a World of Warcraft. I know it's not fair to compare it to an MMO. Actually, it kind of is. But, like, look at League of Legends. Free-to-play game, right? Free-to-play game. They make their money off microtransactions. Smash is making their money off DLC, microtransactions. I see what they gotta do. But what I'm getting at is, like, if you look at League, look at first season of League, look at the first season of League that came out years ago, and then look at League today, it looks like a completely different game. It doesn't only look different, it plays differently, has updated graphics, updated world, updated controls. Like, the game is almost a different game completely. And they just slowly updated and added on to it over time. Like, yeah, so many more characters than they had before. And they're gonna continue to do that. 5 years from now, I guarantee they're gonna keep doing that. So the thing, what I'm getting at is, if Nintendo wanted to, they could do the same thing. You know? They... Oh! Well, you can share Smash Ultimate to an MMO. It's an adventure. It's adventure mode. So it's like Dragon Ball Z Fighter. You know, yeah. That's why it's not really. I'm not maybe not compared to MMO. That's why I use like League of Legends. You can make if you have a free game that makes money off of DLC. You can definitely just keep updating that game. And that's really, if you really look at it, you know, that's kind of what Smash has been doing. They've just been selling you the same game with a new coat of paint every year, with minor tweaks to it. If you look at the differences that League's made over the years, it's about the same. Like, even Overwatch, like, that's the thing about Overwatch 2. Like, a lot of people are kind of making the same comparison to Overwatch 2. And I said this before I even knew what Overwatch 2 was going to be. It kind of doesn't make sense that they made Overwatch 2, because everything they did in Overwatch 1, everything they're doing in Overwatch 2 could have just been an upgrade to the original game. You know? They're doing right by the fact they're not dividing the community and making you have to buy Overwatch 2. Like, if you have Overwatch 1, you still play with people on Overwatch 2. But the reality of the situation is, they could have just easily updated Overwatch 1, and I guess the problem would be giving it out for free, because it's weird. It's a weird situation with Overwatch, because Overwatch doesn't make its money. Overwatch makes its money first you buy the game, because it's not a free game for one, and then they make their game off buying loot boxes, right? Not everybody buys loot boxes. The people who buy loot boxes, they spend way too much money on it, right? So I don't know. Overwatch is a weird situation. The only thing I know is that I feel like it would have been a better idea overall to just update the original game. But man, I don't know. Like I said, it's weird with Overwatch. But I can't complain too much because they still allow everybody to play together. So because of that, I just can't. I just gotta leave it alone. I think Blizzard is one of those companies that they're so big. Because here's the thing, man, the people who make the game, for the most part, they get it. You know, the people who deal with sales, for the most part, they get it. But the shareholders, the people who just want to make money off profits of the game, like the old people who just own a lot of stock in Activision, they don't like the word free. You know what I mean? You can't say, hey, you know, if we give this update out for free, it will keep players coming back and they'll spend more money on loot boxes. They don't like the word free. No, you guys are going to update it, but then you need to fucking charge for it. Like, it scares the word free scares shareholders, especially the older ones. They don't get it. And I do believe that's part of Blizzard's fucking decision for why Overwatch 2 wasn't a free update. So I understand it. I'm just saying I still feel it would have been better to do it another way. I want to go to this room back here. How do I get to that room? Actually, I don't need to go to that room, do I? Well, let's go to it anyway. Things don't even harm you. It wasn't that I thought it was gonna hurt me. It's just I didn't expect it to be there, you know? Like my brain didn't even really process what it was. I just know there was something there and it moved. Ain't that some bullshit?
Sweet.
I don't know where to go, man. Wait, there's a bird back there. Let's go see what that's about. She cannot run very far. Oh, is that why they try? That's why she has an inhaler? Is that how the asthma fits in there? Because she can only sprint for like a little bit. Dog's barking. Hold on a sec. All right, I'm back. All right, my dudes. All right, governor. Let's go find that bird. You can hear the bird. There it is. Oh, you know that has something to do with it.
No. That must mean something.
I don't know what that means. You just kill a bird? That's what it means. It's called killing 2 birds with 1 flashlight. Oh. I'm looking at the map. First, let's go back to the first floor. The map was doing a good job of telling me where to go, and then now it just doesn't want to. Do you think it was only telling me where to go because I was in there at the beginning of the game and it was trying to get me used to it, and then now it's not going to help me anymore? It's kind of a dick move. Oh shit, that wasn't there before. And again, it says she'd play horribly. You keep getting back 5 inhalers. Yeah, actually, the game is kind of easy. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is gonna suck. He's gonna see me. Fuck, wrong button. All you gotta do is shoot him in the dick. Hey, look, it's good old vagina mouth. This can't be where they want me to go. It is.
This room is locked
Nope.
too. I gotta find a key.
Okay, let's go back to the first floor. Now, something about the game design of this. Now, once again, she doesn't run that far, and I know they're trying to say it's because she has asthma or whatever, but I have a feeling they don't want me running all, because you know in some 3D adventure games you can run all over the map, you know, you don't really ever have to walk, but usually it's because the maps are pretty big, right? If you notice in this game, the map is actually kind of small, and I believe the reason that they make her not really run for that far is because they don't want you just getting all across the map in like 3 seconds. It's just something like I like to kind of fuck. I didn't mean to do that. I like to kind of analyze game design and why they made the choices. What the fuck? Why they made the choices they did. And I honestly believe that's part of the choice with this. They knew that she wasn't going to be running that far, so they just tried to make it make sense within the game world, which I like that. I like the fact that it makes sense within the game world, but I have a feeling that that's why it is. Cause and stealth too, right? Right. They want you to take it slow with this game. Don't have a problem with it. It's just an observation. Overall, I think this is a pretty well-designed game. I don't really have too many gripes with the overall design of the game. I guess I could say because it's easy, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to take points away from this game for being easy, because I don't know if it's too easy. It's easy, but I don't know if it crossed the line to too easy, you know? And it does have the option for you to select your difficulty when you start the game. So, I mean, at least they give you that. Like I said, the way I look at games is like, remember Pac-Man. Pac-Man is an easy game. Donkey Kong is an easy game. Mario Bros they're easy games. It's not about the challenge to see if you can complete the level, because pretty much anybody can complete those levels. The challenge is how well you complete it, you know, how high your score is when you beat it, how high your score is when you're done. I think that's kind of why I don't have a problem with games being easy. I think you should be able to beat the game. But if you want to challenge yourself, you'll beat the game without taking any damage. You know, I kind of like games that are more designed like that. They're accessible to everyone, but if you want to play more hardcore, then you can. Games nowadays, a lot of games nowadays don't want to be like that. They want a game that most players, they want to build their games in a way that most players will never see the ending, you know? A lot of games are getting that way, and I think modern game design is just fundamentally flawed in a lot of ways. You know, like, the reason games are so popular is because of the game design elements that I brought up before. They were accessible. They were something that everybody could play, and they could play them their way. Remember when I said earlier, one of the things I like about this game is I can either stealth or I can fight? Both ways work for me getting around the enemies. I choose how I tackle the encounter. There's no, like, let's say I suck at stealth games, then this game just completely inaccessible to me. I might as well not play it, right? Or let's say I don't like conflict. Let's say I don't got good aim with a flashlight. I still have the option of stealth. I can play the game my way. It's a genre now, Souls-like. No, I'm not just referring to Souls-like games. I get it. Like, it's kind of like I say I don't like puzzle games. You know, so because obviously if the game is a puzzle game, like take a game like Myst or Tetris, or, you know, if a game's a puzzle game, of course the whole game's gonna be nothing but puzzles. So my opinion is a little bit shifted when it comes to games that are just that genre, you know? So what I said, it doesn't necessarily go for Souls-like games, because that's what they are. I'm talking about the games that, basically the games that have complex puzzles in them that aren't puzzle games. Like, did I ever tell you about God of War, the first God of War? I played it and I loved the game up to a point. When God of War first came out, I loved it. Action game, quick time events, tap the button, beat them up, combos, beat them up. Like, I loved it when it first came out years ago on the PlayStation. Or was it PlayStation 2? I can't remember. But then I got to this point where like there's this puzzle and I could not figure out how to get past the puzzle. So I played this game for about 4 hours and I got stuck at a puzzle, on the puzzle for about 30 minutes and I never played the game again. It's like, it's a completely different type of game. The quick time events, they work good for action games. You know, they allow the game to slow down a little bit but still have action going. Combos, button mashing, jumping, a little bit of platforming. Platforming goes pretty good with action games. I don't believe that puzzle mechanics blend too well with other type of games. Because they're completely different. It's kind of like this game right here. Okay, this is what is it? 3D. I don't know what you call this game, but let's just say this game added fighting game mechanics in it. Let's say this game made me have to do Shoryuken motions. You know how to do a Shoryuken in Street Fighter? You ever play Street Fighter? I'm assuming you do. Let's say this game added fighting game mechanics. So I have to explore around and stealth, and then randomly at random points in the game, not even the whole game consistently, like randomly in the game, I have to do like Shoryukens and Sonic Booms. It's a completely different style of game. You know, like just because I like sneaking around and exploring the world doesn't mean I like fucking having to do combos. You know, it doesn't blend well with the game, and that's how I feel about puzzle games a lot of times. I feel like puzzle games don't blend with the games they're put into. They just don't fit. Let's look around again. Horror, action, stealth. Yeah, but those, okay, so stealth blends with horror. I don't know if it's action. Is it? Would you really consider this action? I guess that it's kind of light on the action though, right? It says, I guess. But those blend. I feel like puzzle games don't blend. I feel like puzzle games don't blend the same way fighting games don't blend. All right, I gotta turn that off. Let's follow this. Let's follow the wire. But what you'll see in this, and I have an opinion on why it is that a lot of games incorporate puzzle elements, even though puzzle elements don't, I feel they don't really fit. Otherwise, mainly stealth and horror. We could say action. I'll agree with you because there is some action. I feel like that's probably the weakest part of it. You know, like it's very light on the action. But a reason a lot of developers of puzzles in games is because puzzles pad out the gameplay. Like, you know, if the game is literally just walk from one end of the map to the other end of the map, you know, it might take a developer fucking 2 weeks to make a map, because look at all this layout. Look, they gotta lay out all the boxes, you know, they gotta lay out all the books. Like, it takes just designing the level, placing the monsters, you know, just designing a well-crafted level takes time. So let's say it takes them 2 weeks just to get this level down. But if the game literally just let me walk from one end of the map to the other end of the map, I can get through your level in about a minute where it took you 2 weeks to do it. But when you add in puzzles, where the player gets stuck and he doesn't move throughout the world, he's just stuck staring at a puzzle for about 5-10 minutes, that pads out the gameplay. That pads out how long you play the game. It pads out how long you stay in a level. So you put 2 or 3 puzzles like that in a level, and now you got a level that easily lasts over an hour. And it seems like it's more worth the developer's time. I honestly feel like the reason why a lot of puzzles are put into games is because of stuff like that. I feel like, you know, developers are trying to find a way to give you more gameplay within that map, something you're not gonna rush through. Because even if it was action, I can kill these monsters in just a couple seconds, right? Assuming that I don't have to run away, assuming I get to jump on them, I can just kill these monsters, you know, in less than 10 seconds. So you can't just have monster encounters. Puzzles pad out the gameplay. What does it say? Don't tell, don't run, fight, don't speak. Don't speak. And this is what we saw before. Don't run. So, and it feels that way. Like I said, I don't mind when a puzzle game is a well-crafted puzzle game. Like, that's what it is. But when you shoehorn puzzle elements into games that they don't necessarily belong in, that's where my beef is. Because it honestly feels like you didn't put the puzzle in here to make it a better game. You put the puzzle in to pad out the gameplay. The best example I can give for that, have you ever played Persona 5? Great game. Oh, there you go. Game at the top of my list. Great game, Persona 5. Where are we gonna go? No, I'm missing something. Now let's go back. It's a great game. Persona 5 is a wonderful game until you get to the very end of the game. The last dungeon in the game plays completely different. Oh, so you played it? Yeah, the last dungeon in the game plays completely different than the rest of the game. You remember the rat maze? We have to turn into a rat. You have to go into this room, then you go into this room, then you go into this room, go into this room. Nothing else in the game plays that way. It's frustrating. It's tedious. You know, the only way I can see somebody actually enjoying that. Now, I understand people could tolerate it, but the only way I can see somebody actually saying that was fun is if you enjoy puzzles. You know, but it didn't feel anything like the rest of the game. So you can easily enjoy the rest of the game, but hate that part of the game because it's so different. And it feels to me like they wanted the last level to last a little bit longer. Maybe they didn't have time to really think of a well-crafted level, and they wanted something to pad out the time. And it feels to me that's what they did, because the game wasn't any more fun because of it. You know, the only reason I didn't quit playing Persona 5 was because I had invested so much time into it, and I knew I was at the end. That was the only thing that made me play through that part. But had they put that level, had that level been the first dungeon, I would have quit playing that game. Oh, you haven't played it? It's way too long? Oh, okay. Well, I hope I didn't spoil it for you. But that's what it feels like. It feels like a lot of times when puzzles... Oh, here we go. It feels like a lot of time when puzzles are put in games. That's why. That's really my beef with them. I mean, I don't like puzzles in general. You know?
I did it!
But I can respect them if they're well done. I feel like they're not well done. I feel like they're shoehorned. Must be streamed at a time. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, thanks for sticking around for so long, man. I meant to tell you, man. You know, it's cool when I see some of my old school viewers coming back. Like, I know you guys got jobs, works, and responsibility and stuff. You know, I get all that, but when you guys come back, like, you know, a few months later and just stop by and say what's up, man, that means a lot to me. If I don't say it again, I want you to know it really does. It means a whole lot to me, man. Because the thing is, man, I'm always gonna be here. I might not always be streaming on YouTube. I might not always be streaming on Twitch. But I guarantee if you look for your boy Twiz online, you'll find me in some way, shape, or form doing something with video games, man. And it's really good hearing from you guys. You know? It can even be 5 years from now, man. As long as nothing major happens in my life, I enjoy doing this. I mean, I've been playing video games all my life. I don't see that changing anytime soon, right? Because truth is, man, and maybe this is part of me getting older. You know how people say, oh, you'll grow out of video games and stuff? On some level, I kind of feel like I halfway did. Which is why, like when I was younger, I used to play games just because I had fun playing them. You know, like they were something to pass the time. I had fun. I don't necessarily play games for fun now. Like I do, but that's not the main reason I play games. Like, it's not just about fun. Like I say, I play games because I want to analyze them. I play games because I want to keep up. Like, I play games in a very adult way, if that makes sense. Like, it's not just about, like, some people, they want to sit down on the couch and they want to play a video game and forget about the world and lose themselves in the game, and then they do that until they have to go to work. Not me. I play games, like, even that right now, like, I'm playing this game, and while I'm playing this game, I'm also growing my YouTube channel. While I'm playing this game, I'm also meeting people like you. I'm doing more than just playing a game for my own enjoyment, just to play the game. You follow what I'm saying, man? You picking up what I'm putting down? So that's what I mean. And when I say in some ways, I feel like I kind of did grow up, because if I wasn't able to stream live, probably wouldn't play games half as much as I did. If I wasn't able to, you know, I would probably, you know what I'd probably be doing? I'd probably be programming and making games. I'd probably be working somewhere reviewing video games. You follow what I'm saying? Like I can't just play the game. I have to do something productive while I play it. That's kind of how I am now. When I was a kid, I didn't have to be productive. I just fucking played games just for fuck of it. The fuck? Okay, now I'm confused. Now I get it. Wow, when you become an adult, everything you do needs to also have a latent function to it. You need to have a primary reason and a secondary reason for any one thing. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And it's, you know, like I need that to be fulfilled, because, like, man, you know, I used to run D&D, and I did D&D not too long ago. You know, one of the things that, and I think I realized this when I was a little bit younger. Hold on. Let me get past this. Oh, do I need to move this stuff? I do. So you shine. it shows me where it's gonna come out. So light will shoot there. Dude, I hate puzzles. What do you shoot? Fuck, that ain't gonna work. I can't turn it. Any idea? I don't know what the goal is for this. Okay. Oh, fuck. Is there anything else? Because I feel like I might be missing something. Okay, so if I shoot you, you go up there. There's nothing up there. If I shoot you... I hate fucking puzzles, dude. I hate fucking puzzles. There has to be a way to turn this thing. So obviously I need this to shoot the key, right? Hold on now. Okay, hold on. You see anything? That ticketing box is for you. Make it shoot into the other rock. Make which one shoot where? This doesn't seem like it's right. At least you're not dealing with monsters while doing this. What's this? Alright, this needs to hit that, right? So let's... I am not qualified for this. Make it shoot both rocks. I hate fucking puzzles, dude. I hate fucking puzzles, man. I hate fucking puzzles. Way to pad out the gameplay. Or that rock wall sensor. Okay. That seems like the right thing to do. Wait, do I need to raise? I need to raise it. Okay, I see it. I need to raise this one first. Yeah. Okay, I get it. All right, there we go. That wasn't that hard. In all reality, that wasn't that hard. But I can tell you this, if the puzzles get harder than that, I'm not gonna have fun. Like that really needs to be the hardest puzzles get. It's not even the hard, it's not hard, it's not difficulty. I just don't have fun doing that. I don't want to be stuck doing that for too long. It's not fun. It's not even about the difficulty. But if it's not something I can solve quickly, I quickly don't have fun. You don't know what I did? So what I did basically, first I had to raise this one. So first I had to raise that one. Then I had this one, shoot that one, and then this shot downward at this. Basically all 3 panels were hit. All the wall panels were hit. That's why it was kind of easy. I basically made it so all the wall panels got hit at the same time. That's why it was kind of easy. Like what really helped was the fact that I knew that this couldn't turn. That really limited the possibilities. Had this been a puzzle where I could turn these things any direction, meaning there's multiple possibilities, I probably would have just quit the game. In all reality, but because I was so limited, there was only so few things I can do. I basically just did one of the few things I can do. That's why I said this was an easy puzzle. I did it again. I was like, you know what? You get the idea. And yeah, no, Larry definitely helped, and Larry definitely helped. Oh look, the map's telling me where to go again. See, I like that. I like that. More games need to do this. Oh hey Jay, I'm sorry Jay. I just saw what you said, man. I'm sorry. Fuck, Jay said that like an hour ago, didn't he? I was so caught up in that puzzle, I didn't even see that Jay showed up to the stream. What's up, Matty boy? And you know, that's the other reason I don't like puzzles. Like a lot of times when I'm playing games on stream, I pay more attention to the chat and to my Discord. I'm looking at Discord over here to my right. Like I'm paying more attention to stuff outside of the game than I am the actual game. The game literally is like secondary to everything else I'm doing. But this is Stadia. But when I do puzzles, when I'm doing puzzles, I have to completely focus on the puzzle, and that's another reason I don't like it. I really don't like anything that takes my full attention. You know, I don't like anything that demands my attention. Let me get one of these sodas over here. Loser. This is Stadia, homeboy. You know what Stadia is, don't you? Dude, it feels so good. It feels good, man. I can't wait for y'all to try this. I promise. Well, Larry knows. Larry don't need to try it. Larry knows what it feels like. Larry knows this shit works. We just gotta make a believer out of everybody else. Still feeling Sea of Thieves later? Man, it's getting late. Let's just say no for now, Larry. But depending on what time I get off of here, I might change my mind. But what I was hoping for, Larry, I was hoping this would be a short game, and I'm hoping I would have had this game beat by now. That's kind of what I was hoping. You remember that game Little Nightmares? That was only like 3 hours. I was hoping this was like a game like Little Nightmares, but apparently it's not. Ah, motherfuck. I couldn't aim. Well, I aimed, but nothing was coming out. There we go. Shit. Looks good to me. Better than dealing with input lag on PC or input queues or action interruption. No, what? We do this. Y'all want to do some Sea of Thieves? All right, tell you what. Let me get to a good stopping point. We can do a little bit of Sea of Thieves. How's that? Just a taste. Just a taste. But anyhow, it looks good. Better than dealing with input lag on PC or input queues where an action interrupts your action. Yeah, it does. I don't have those issues. Well, remember when I was at 1080, I was kind of having those issues. But in general, when Stadia works the way it's supposed to, dude, I honestly feel, I'm telling you, dude, like really, I honestly feel like I'm playing on my computer. I don't feel like I'm playing in the cloud. And here's the thing, you can get psyched out. Like, people are putting up, they're actually measuring the latency online. You know, there's just like Tomb Raider has 85 seconds of latency. Yeah, actually, you know what? Tomb Raider only has 85 seconds of latency. That's actually really fucking good. Because I think by default, Xbox has near 100. Xbox One has near 100. I think 120 milliseconds of latency between button presses or whatnot. So Tomb Raider on Stadia actually runs better than it does on Xbox, which is wild, isn't it? But regardless, so there's people online measuring latency and showing how much more latency Stadia has on average above the consoles. And on average, it is a little bit more latency, right? But don't let that psych you out. To me, it doesn't matter if Stadia has on average more latency than console, you know? What matters is, does the latency interrupt your gameplay? Is the game unplayable because of latency? And in all my cases, when Stadia is running the way it's supposed to run, nope, not at all. Very similarly, this is kind of like what I like to throw at people who it's weird how people pick and choose when they care about high quality and when they don't. Like, okay, now you care about high quality. Well, you know what? PC's way better than console. Why are you playing on console? If you really want to play the best gaming experience, why are you not playing on PC? You know, like, it's like, obviously it doesn't matter. It's good enough, right? Console's good enough. Well, it's the same thing with Stadia. It's fucking, this is good enough. That's usually my argument when people say shit like that. So if DS3 was on Stadia, would you play better or worse than against Chinese? What's DS3? Dark Souls 3? You know, one of the things about Stadia, you bring up a very good point. So online play on Stadia, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, dude, but I actually believe, assuming everybody who's playing has a decent connection, like assuming everybody who's playing, you know, because, you know, not everybody has a good enough connection for streaming services. That's just, you know, but assuming everybody who's playing has a connection similar to what I have right now, like they're playing similar to what I'm playing, I actually believe online games on Stadia will be better than games that are not on Stadia. And the reason I say this is because what is it they have? They call it interpolation, and is that what the word is? You know, where your client kind of predicts where things are. So depending on how fast you're getting packets of data, your client is kind of predicting what your opponent's doing. So you might see him 4 feet to the right when he's really 2 feet, you know, only 2 feet to the right, but your client's predicting that he moved that far because you didn't get a packet of data in time to really know where he is. Because the way Stadia constantly delivers packets and constantly delivers updates, because Stadia has to give you every frame. You know, you have to get every frame on Stadia or else you notice lag, right? So where something is on, where you see it on Stadia, it's literally where it was last frame. Whereas in a game like Fortnite, for example, just because you see him there doesn't mean that he's really there, or doesn't mean he was there last frame. Because your client predicted where he would be based off how fast he's moving, he might not really be where he is. Which is why, you know, sometimes when you play online games, how you know you shot somebody, but the game said you didn't shoot him? That's why that is. The game's just showing you where your client thinks he is, not where he really is. Usually they're the same, or usually they're so close there's not really a difference. Because Stadia doesn't have that issue, you know, when you shoot somebody in Stadia, you really shoot them. You know, Stadia is only going to show you where they really are, not where your client's predicting they are. So with that said, I do believe competitive online games on Stadia, assuming everybody has good connections, will be better than online games off of Stadia. That only counts if everybody's on Stadia. If it's like a game that's crossplay, like Stadia and PC and Xbox, then that won't be the case. But if it's just Stadia players, I honestly believe it will be better. And that's not just my opinion. Somebody else actually brought that up on Reddit. They were talking about how latency and everything works, and I thought that was a very good point. You know what? You get what I'm saying? I described it. It's pretty much like, let's say I'm running forward, right? Let's say I'm running, right? And we're playing a multiplayer game and I'm running, and you see my character run. But let's say your internet has a hiccup, right? So you don't get the packets to say I'm right here every frame. What a lot of games do to counter that, because this is why Stadia uses so much bandwidth but other multiplayer games don't. They don't send packets as often as Stadia sends it. So Stadia literally sends a packet every frame, or actually multiple packets per frame. Most games will send a packet every 0.5 of every half second. You'll get a packet. right? So let's say you miss 2 packets. So that means you're a whole second behind. Instead of your game lagging up until you get those packets, instead the game will say, based off how everybody's moving, we're going to predict that he's 1 second further in that direction. So when your game catches up and you do get those packets and the game actually says where I really am, chances are I was still moving, and chances are that there won't be a discrepancy between where your client thinks I am and where the game actually says I am. Have you ever played a game where somebody was moving and they run in a straight direction and then suddenly it gets slid to the right just a hair? That's the game correcting because your client predicted wrong. Or I guess in some games that aren't programmed very well, you see where somebody's at and then they teleport. They teleport a couple feet to a different direction. That's why online games don't use up as much data as Fortnite, because they're not really sending you that much data. Your client's predicting a whole lot based off the data you have. I don't know what that was. Somebody said something in chat, but I don't see it. Anyhow, where am I going? Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention where I was going. I was just walking around in circles. So yeah, so anyhow, with those reasons, I know it's a long-winded explanation, but for those reasons, I honestly believe multiplayer games on Stadia, if just on Stadia, will probably be better experiences than Hey, what's up, Aaron? There you go. I see you now, Aaron. For some reason, it didn't show your chat till just now. You still streaming on Mixer? Not really. Not really. I don't want to say I gave up on Mixer, but it's not my priority right now. I want to go here. Find out where Emily is hiding. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know. I saw it on the chat. Yeah. I remember when I was streaming on YouTube and Mixer at the same time. No, I'm just streaming on YouTube right now. How goes it, Aaron? Are you also a Stadia founder or not founder, premier, or are you in Stadia?
One of the valves is missing.
You know what? I think I'm on the wrong chat, Larry. I was on top chat. I need to be on live chat. Wow. That is bad. YouTube by default should have me on live chat, not top chat. And I guess it did the same thing for Stadia. What is up with that, dude? Larry, what is the difference between live chat and top chat? I know that sounds dumb that I'm asking, but really, what's the difference? Kill Emily? Knowing the way this is going out, Emily, like you said, Emily's gonna end up being some sort of boss. There's the valve. How'd I get it out? I can just go back there, I guess. Well, that mannequin kind of scared me. It looks like part of some kind of machinery.
A valve. I can use this. Nice.
I do not like the sound of that battery. When you put it in, I don't like the high-pitched sound. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh shit, no, I don't know what I was talking about. So something else that's unique about it, because also, you know, the problem with these are things that are unique to Stadia and streaming services, or I'm gonna just say Stadia for now. But you know, another reason that we don't have. Okay, have you ever played a game that's multiplayer and when a bunch of people get together, the graphics degrade and it starts skipping frames? Not like you're lagging, but like, you know how normally characters have a smooth 30 or 60 FPS frame rate when they're moving, but when you get a lot of characters on screen at the same time, players start like moving at like 5 frames a second and they start skipping animations. I mean, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, so that happens because the more players you have on a screen, you're getting data of every player's location. You're getting, you know, and you're animating every character. Your computer or device is doing a whole lot of processing for each player in an area, which is why when there are multiplayer games, usually these games try to stop it so you have hundreds of people from standing on top of each other. If you notice, the only games that actually do that are PC games. You won't find any console games that have situations where you have hundreds of people in the same spot. Think about it. Think really hard. You only ever see that in PC games. Because usually PC games have enough RAM to do that and whatever other processors. So one of the things they were saying was unique about Stadia. They got this game called Grid, I think. It's a racing game for Stadia. And they're saying because of the unique way Stadia is, all the processing is done on Google servers and not the user's machine. They're able to have 40 players, a 40-player race, not 40 NPCs, 40 players in one race, real players. And they say they can only do that because of the power of the Stadia servers. So there's things that Stadia can do that just cannot be done in traditional consoles.
Finders keepers.
And these are just scratching the surface. Like, you know, this is new technology. There's still time for people to be creative with it. There's going to be things that's going to be done in Stadia or in the cloud that you'll never see on a physical console because it just can't happen. I can't tell you what all those things are because I don't really know, but people smarter than me will figure out stuff, and they will. Holy shit. What the fuck? Emily! Confront the creature. I don't want to confront the creature. Hey, like I said, I don't know. For some reason, top chat doesn't. Let me fix my chat. Power to servers. What's powerful? The amount of RAM? I just said RAM. I don't. Like I said, I don't really know the reasons for it. I just know there's something about them being on the powerful servers that let them do it. They can process more data for some reason. Like, don't just take my word for it. Look up Grid. Look it up, and you'll see where the developer said it. Like, he could not do that on the consoles. He can only do that in Stadia. The fuck? Oh, you goddamn motherfucker. Come on now, come on now. So this is another reason she can't really sprint too far. It makes me really have to, I can't just run around in circles like I would do in Dark Souls. Well, I mean, I am running, you get what I'm saying. I can't run forever. What did I do to mess him up? Do I gotta make him hit the water? Yep, that was it. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, oh, that's what Larry just said. Woo! Ha, you put yourself out, motherfucker.
I shouldn't be celebrating yet. Emily needs me. She must be at the auditorium. Sweet.
I didn't see, did it save? It should have saved. It should have saved. Can we assume that it saved? So anyway, but yeah, so look that up, man. Look up a game called Grid. It's a racing game, and they say it's because of Stadia, the power of the servers let them do it. They couldn't do it on console. They go in more detail about it, but in general, yeah, they're because everything is handled in the cloud. Like okay, every person playing Stadia is on a very powerful machine. Instead of like everything being on one server on Stadia, for every player has their own server basically to themselves. I guess I'm sure they might be sharing servers or whatnot, but you follow what I'm getting at. So because instead of one server processing a whole bunch of information, it's a bunch of servers all sharing information, and it just allows for more complex stuff or something that normally couldn't be done. Like I don't know. I saw a ghost thing. Okay, here, let me give you a comparison. For example, let me tell you, this has to do with text messages, right? This is how we got text messages. So when your phone, can I do this? I want to make sure I explain this so I don't sound like a fucking idiot. So your phone pings the cell phone towers constantly to see, you know, where you are or whatever. Like constantly you're pinging the towers. You get information, right? And the towers have a certain amount. I'm gonna just make up a number. Let's say 32 kilobytes, right? And you're constantly sending 32 kilobytes of data every whatever, right? And they come to find out, like, wait a minute, we're sending 32 kilobytes, but we really only need 2 kilobytes to see where you are. But because of the way machines are, you know, you can't just have one in the machine. You gotta have 0 and 1. You know, you have to always send a certain amount of data. So they're like, hey, we got 30 kilobytes left over that's not being used for anything. So eventually they said, hey, why don't we allow them to put text inside the pings? So now every time your cell phone pings the tower, if there's more text in there, you send it to your recipient. That's how text messages came about. They were basically added on top of something your phone was doing anyway. So when you press the send button on a text message, it doesn't really send the moment you send it. It sends, it hops onto it piggybacks onto the signal that your phone was sending to the cell phone tower anyway. So the reason I'm kind of using that as an analogy, there's things that Stadia can do, or things that Stadia is doing already just to do what it does, but it also turns out that the things that it's already doing can be used to piggyback on other stuff can be used to piggyback onto it. Because normal consoles and normal servers don't do these things, they can't do it. So what these things are exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really smart enough to tell you, but in general, they're saying there's things that Stadia can do that the current generation or the way we currently do things can't do. Does that make sense? It was probably a bad analogy, but I think I got my point across. Anyhow, let's play some Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna move over to Twitch. I don't want to play for a long time though, right? I just want to get on there, just do a little shit, and then you can get off. But I'll see you guys on Twitch in just a couple minutes. Later, y'all. Nah, I won't logic that one out. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Later.